Testing, testing, 1, 2, 3. Go ahead, Abraham. Good morning, Sports Web. I'm with the one and only Peter Blake. Here we go. Little sound check. We're coming out with Casey Walden here. Come on. Bring your passion. Bring your excitement. Don't bring your nonsense. Testing. Are we live? I think we're live. Here we go. What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another edition of the Evolution of Sports Talk Television here live from the Florida State Expo Card Show. I'm your host, Peter Blake. How do we start off this show as this is like deja vu all over again? We did this just a couple months ago with the former quarterback for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, Brad Johnson, Florida State quarterback. We got Casey Weldon. Bring your passion, bring your excitement. Just don't bring any Nelson. Good morning to you, Mr. Casey Weldon. Welcome to the Evolution of Sports Talk Television, my friend.
Great to be here. Thanks for having me again, Peter.
Absolutely, absolutely. Hold on a sec here. There we go. Go ahead. All right.
Better?
Yes, that's better. Just get close to that mic. It is just a little tech issue here as it's just like just doing what it's doing at this point.
Leave that one alone.
Yeah, just go. Yeah, exactly. So you're out here at the Expo. We talked about it being a former Tampa Bay Buccaneer quarterback, being a former Florida State quarterback. Of course, great memories. Let's start out there, and we'll get your phone calls as always. We'll read your comments as always. But were you surprised that they went with Norvell, gave him the vote of confidence real quick with Florida State?
You know, I guess you could make the argument either way.
Right.
It's been tough. No road wins, ACC record. But we did go 13-0. I don't think you all of a sudden become a bad coach. So a couple of breaks here or there. You got to have a quarterback. You have a good quarterback to win today. And, we've been lacking in that department. I would like to see us develop a player more than just go try to find one, pay for him, and in 1 year expect all that. Would much rather develop and, have a little patience with a guy.
Yeah.
It's probably selfishly. If I hadn't had that patience, I would have never played at Florida State. So it's something that I'd like to see us get back to.
Yeah, no, I agree. And I think a lot of Florida State fans are out there right now hoping they get back to their prominence. And, of course, we talk about the Tampa Bay Buccaneers on this show. Now they're 7-5, going through a three-game losing streak. They're able to beat Arizona. We'll shift gears to the Bucs. I mean, what do you think about this team going forward? They got an opportunity here, Casey, to go on a winning streak, and it certainly seems like you're not going to have Mike Evans or Jalen McMillan this week, but they're going to get him back in the next couple of weeks. So you get all those wide receivers, all those weapons. It seems like this Bucs team can maybe go on a roll here at the right time, right?
That's all it takes, right? Right time and get everybody back in and get hot.
Yes.
It just builds on it. And so I think I like our chances. I think we're going to be fine.
Talk about Derek Brooks, because I know you're close to him. He's running USF right now. Definitely made a big-time hire there with Brian Hartline. What did you think of that move? Because that was kind of shocking. Offensive coordinator for Ohio State, former wide receiver. What did you think of that move, Hartline to USF?
I think a huge success.
Right.
It was a big move. Very happy that happened.
Right.
They got the right initials, USF, FSU. So seeing that happen here, I think it's great, and expect great things. And we got the receiver talent in Florida with his resume. I could see some great receivers coming through here.
Yeah, and we're on with former quarterback Casey Weldon of FSU, Buccaneers, of course, Philadelphia Eagles. We don't mention that here on the Evolution of Sports Talk Television. You talk about it. It seems like players, getting a former coach that played in the NFL would have more respect, right? It seems like it's going on more and more here in college football. Do players, in your opinion, do they respect a guy who's played the game more so than a guy who necessarily hasn't?
Well, I think it doesn't hurt, and if you get past, I played for Bobby Bowden, so he had the respect, it was a different level. Nick Saban, right? Those guys never played in the NFL, but if you don't have a name like that, then yeah, the NFL, the experience that you've had and contacts you can throw out and guys you can bring in to speak to the team, I think it does matter.
Yeah, I mean, and again, I think it's an exciting hire for USF. They're going in the right direction. Have you watched USF? Have you seen this kid and Byron Brown and what he can do, how dynamic he is? 3,000 passing yards there, 1,000 rushing yards. I mean, kind of the guy – a guy hasn't done that in college football since Jaden Daniels. So have you seen Brown and this kid play on the field at all?
Not much. I've seen some of the highlights, though, and I work with a couple of high school kids quarterbacking, and so using some of their reels. So just enough of that to show. But it's very talented, very talented.
you work with kids, with quarterbacks. What do you think the most important facet or the most important thing is coaching a kid who's young, trying to get back in or getting into quarterbacking at the end of the day? What's the most important thing? Is it reading a defense? Is it going through the progressions? What is it for you that you try to teach a kid in high school playing quarterback?
I think technique, or unless you have an absolute cannon, the proper technique, but accuracy, you got to be accurate. And if you're not accurate, it's just not going to work for you, no matter how big, how fast, how strong your arm is. So work on accuracy and footwork.
Okay. All right, my friend Casey, I really appreciate you coming on here on the Evolution of Sports Talk Television. Go ahead and promote yourself here, because I know you got a roofing business. You got some great things going on here. Go ahead and promote yourself here on the Evolution of Sports Talk Television, my friend.
Well, if you need a roof, Robinson Roofing, and if you unfortunately have a pipe break or anything, need restoration, Advanced Drying Systems. So Robinson Roofing and Advanced Drying Systems is my two companies.
All right, there you go. Former Florida State quarterback right there, KC Weldon, here on the Evolution of Sports Talk Television. Yes, can we get back to that? I mean, there was a report out there they wanted to go after Lane Kiffin, couldn't get him. Really quick, what did you think about Lane Kiffin moving on? And what do you think about the stance of young coaches or coaches in general in college football moving on while, telling their kids, hey, believe in me, I'm getting recruited by you? What do you think about that stance in college football at this point?
We don't have enough time on this show to go through all my thoughts on that. You're supposed to, coaches come in, develop kids. I understand the money. It's just out of control. NIL, what these coaches are getting paid, what they're getting guaranteed. If they leave, I don't know. It's a mess right now. It's an absolute mess, and taking advantage of a brand name that took time to build. The FSU, the Miami, the Florida. That's a brand that it took time, and these kids are getting money off of, and then you can just leave. Yeah. We don't have time. It's a mess right now. It's got to be fixed.
All right, there you go. KC Weldon, former quarterback, FSU Bucks. Man, it is so great to have you here on the Evolution of Sports Talk Television. One of the great guests here on the Expo. Absolutely good stuff there. We'll definitely take your phone calls, try to get this mic thing worked out. I don't know what's going on with my mic at this point, but sometimes you just got to make things happen. You just got to do it. So stand by here. Come on, Abraham, get in here, because you're hosting this with me as we had that interview there. Let's see if we can get this going. Testing. Is this good here? Because it wasn't. Let me see. Go ahead. Get close.
So I just spoke to Dante Culpepper.
Okay.
He said if he gets a couple of minutes, he'll come over.
Okay.
And I said hello to Peter Ward. And let me see if I can get him. But I talked to Dwight Smith also when he came. But I didn't mention anything about the interview. But let me see if we can work with Jay Pringle and DJ UPS to get Dwight to come over.
Yeah. Okay.
So.
All right. Let me see if I can get this mic working here really quick. Tell you what, let's go ahead and do a real quick commercial with Harry the Greek, and then we'll try to come back here because we're having a little bit of sound issues here. We'll get that banner off the screen right there. We'll go to this really quick, and then we'll be right back here on the Evolution Live from the Florida State Expo.
We're here in the Keeneland room where a lot of VIPs take betting very seriously. And I have found no one other than Harry the Greek, I've been told is your name.
Absolutely. It's Harry the Greek. How are you?
Doing great. How about you?
I'm great. Thanks for having me on.
Absolutely. Now tell me some of the bets you have for today.
Oh, for sports with FanDuel? Unbelievable. I got some really good upsets this week. I actually played the Bears in the money line, and my upset special is the New York Jets.
Oh, got a sleeper. I like it. Okay, what about for the horse racing today?
A lot of pick fives, pick fours. We're having a fabulous time out here with Keeneland. And I'll tell you what, it's great to be part of DVG and FanDuel.
I love to hear that. And so for anyone that's maybe at home that's new to sports betting at all, what advice would you want to give them?
The one bit of advice, I actually give it out on my podcast at the end. Keep your bets low and your returns high. That's the most important things. Always stay within your means, but always keep your bets low and your returns high.
Definitely like that safe betting for sure. All right, well, thank you so much and good luck today.
Absolutely. Thanks for having me on.
Back to you all.
Absolutely. It's working finally. Go ahead. Get close.
Yeah, so I spoke to Dante Culpepper, and he said he will come if he gets a few minutes. I've already met Dwight Smith. I haven't mentioned in my interview. I hollered at DJ UPS, see if he can do something to get him to come over here.
Absolutely.
And I spoke to Peter Ward, but he's middle signing, autographs for jerseys. So let me see if I can talk to Peter Peter knows one of my friends that played at Florida State. A couple of my friends that played at Florida State because Deion Sanders went to my high school. My friend followed him to Florida State. Not that friend of mine, he's with him in Colorado. So they all know each other. Hey, once a Knoll brother, always a Knoll brother. So
Love it.
Yep.
All right. So good stuff there. We got Abraham on. We're live here from the Florida State Expo as we get you ready for lots of guests. We just had Casey Weldon on. Sorry about the tech issues, but we're good to go now. It seems like sometimes that happens, but we're good here live on the Evolution of Sports Talk Television. Open phone lines if you want to talk anything about your Tampa Bay Buccaneers. We planned to get the Tampa Bay Rays on today, but they got here real early, so we didn't get an opportunity to get them on. So we'll just we got Dwight Smith. You said Dante Culpepper.
Yep.
So we'll try to get
Peter
them
Warwick
on there.
is in
Peter
the house.
Warwick is in the house. Jimmy Giles, I heard, is in the house. So we will definitely talk to you Bucs fans today. As always, phone lines are open. 727-255-0391. It's 727-255-0391. We'll go out to the web heads. Of course, like and subscribe to the Sports Web on YouTube. Friend me on Facebook at Peter H. Blake. Facebook stars are open. YouTube Super Chats are open as we're only one day away from Bucs versus the New Orleans Saints. Bucs fans definitely want to hear what you have to say. Of course, we'll be live tomorrow from the tailgate, What the Buck tailgate, about 10 o'clock, getting you ready then. But we can talk about it now. Some developments have happened the last couple of days here. No Mike Evans and no Jalen McMillan. And we shouldn't be surprised by that.
That was expected.
Well, you talked to TJ Reeves of the Buccaneer Radio Network, the media icon, and he fully expected them to not be playing. Maybe you wait until Thursday night versus the Atlanta Falcons, or maybe you rest them up and wait for that big game that's taking place at this point. And remember, the Bucs are going into this game knowing that Carolina's on a bye week, so you have an opportunity to gain an advantage. But Carolina right on you at this point. You have an opportunity to get these guys healthy at the right time, and we'll see what happens as look at this.
Dwight Smith.
You want to join
Yes.
the show? Okay. All right. Well, we'll see if we can get Super Bowl 37 winner right there, Mr. Dwight Smith. Yes. Who a lot of people thought should have been the MVP of that game with the play that he had with 2 touchdowns in that game. So good. Good on him. We can get him on. If we can't, this is how.
If he says he's coming, he's coming. So.
All right. So we're expecting Dwight Smith to come on here on the Evolution of Sports Talk Television. As you have to understand, it's always a fluid situation. Like there's guests walking in and out. So if you want to call the phone lines, you can and talk about your Tampa Bay Buccaneers. But getting back to the original thought process here, maybe you do rest a McMillan and the Evans until that Carolina game.
I think it's a smart decision because you don't want to aggravate that injury because it's too early to bring them back. We need to find a way to beat New Orleans without him. We got Godwin, we got Buka, and we got Tez. So we got the human joystick, and we got Sterling Shepard. We got Bucky back, so we're going to work with what we got.
Yes,
we want our players to be healthy now. This critical stretch, we don't want to get them. We don't want to aggravate no more injuries.
Absolutely, you don't want any more injuries. And listen, this team has been snake bit when it comes to the injury situation. Of course, when it comes to Chris Godwin and Tristan Wirfs looks like he's going to play in this game. Questionable with an oblique, so you're kind of hoping he doesn't aggravate that. As that mic just keeps on going down. Just
it is what
twist
it is.
Twist it.
Let's roll
just grab onto it. You can grab onto it. Yeah, just grab with it right there. Yeah. All right. So, yes, Tristan Wirfs, an oblique injury. He's been hurt some of the year there. Chris Godwin getting back to his form. Again, 3 catches for 78 yards. You talk about Ibuka. You talk about Tez Johnson. So, is there a need for those players right now?
No.
Not necessarily, but you definitely want to have your full complement of weapons when it comes to that matchup versus the Carolina Panthers. So, but it's Saints week because Baker Mayfield was asked by the sage of Tampa Bay, Ira Koppen. I recognized his voice about, talking about Carolina. They are laser focused on the New Orleans Saints. You can't overlook this team. You can't afford to have a slow start, which the Bucs have been plagued by this year. So you can't afford to have a slow start. and hopefully you come out and play your game because you certainly should beat the New Orleans Saints. But it is a rival game. It will be tough, and we'll have Tampa Bay Ray Kennedy tomorrow joining me here on the Evolution of Sports Talk Television. So
I'll drop in for the What the Buck tailgate too. So I'll
go drop in.
Yeah, I'm watching the Saints game, so I'll be dropping in. So
all right, and I would be remiss not to say that this production of the Sports Web is brought to you by Tampa Joe's, 9316 Anderson Road in Tampa, for all your away watch parties when it comes to your Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Even your USF Bulls making some moves this week.
Oh yeah, that is big because that's going to take the USF football program to the next level.
Again, Tampa Joe's, 9316 Anderson Road in Tampa. And let's go out to this one right there. You don't have to go far. It's Up the Block Barbershop, 4946 Moog Road in Holiday, Florida. You like the haircut, you like the beard trim, you like the fade. I hope you do. Go out and see my favorite barber, Ricky, and along with all the great barbers there at Up the Block Barbershop. Tell them the Rolex reporter, Peter Blake, sent you. It's Up the Block Barbershop. All right, so let's go out to the comments. As always, like I said, you start out a show, and you start with a former Florida State quarterback. Let's talk about it because we talk about various sports. It's not just the Bucs, but the majority of the time it is. He was a Bucs quarterback, but he was also known to be a Florida State quarterback. Are you surprised in where they went and staying with Norvell at this point? Because there was a rumor put out there this week that they were in stealth mode, that they were going to go after Lane Kiffin. And as soon as they knew Kiffin was not interested in that Florida State program, they decided to go with another year with Mike Norvell.
I would give him another year to see what he can do. Okay. That's what I would say. Don't make abrupt moves like we did previous years, because give the man another year to see what he can do to turn the program around.
Okay.
That's the bottom line.
Yeah, you got. I'm looking at the picture you took. I was closing my eyes for some reason. I guess I was in a dream at this point, because I had one of my favorite quarterbacks of all time in Florida State history, Mr. Casey Weldon, on with us here on the Evolution of Sports Talk Television as we're live here from the Florida State Expo. So let's go out to the comments. We'll definitely get some phone calls at this point if you want to call up, talk about your Tampa Bay Buccaneers, talk about anything when it comes to college football. What did you think, Bulls fans? What do you think of Brian Hartline? Yeah. What did you think of that hire? I was surprised by it.
They hit it out of the park.
They did too.
They hit it out of the park because I was not expecting that. Man, that means we got a team that's dedicated to winning, and that means this is going to be a serious, major program in this country. Okay, even though we're in the American Conference, it's going to get there. I think if he doesn't stay as the majority, like the extent of his contract, even then, that's going to be a job that a lot of coaches want, and then we can pick who we want to come to lead our program. So that's where we goal is taking it to that level. This guy's going to take it to the next level.
Yeah. So do me a favor, just to shift over a little bit. I don't know what my camera shot's just like. There we go. All right. So there we go. Now it's just like you get everything situated, and then some things happen. So we're situated now as we're live here on Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, of course, Instagram Live. We'll read some of these comments coming out there. Juan Gonzalez says, "Go Buccaneers, go Bucs!
Wait up, little boy! Wait up!
Go Bucs!
Fire the cannon!
Go Bucs!
How about them Bucks, baby?
Go Bucs!" All right, thanks a lot for that comment. There we go. Go Bucs fans. Bucs team, absolutely.
Fire the cannon!
Yes.
We got the dub, baby!
It is still a victory.
Victory!
As always.
One more thing.
Yes.
One more thing. This team is not. I don't think is satisfied with that win. I know that they left a lot of things on the field, and I know that they're not too happy with the way they played. I'll take a win, but I know they're not happy with the way they played. So I see them getting better this week, and every week they're going to keep getting better, and our players are going to get healthier. And I see a team that's hungry now. So. I know even though we won, I know they're not satisfied.
Well, they're definitely not going to be satisfied. You can't be satisfied at this point because you got everything in front of you. Because if you beat the Saints and then if you beat the Panthers, you win the NFC South. And I know to a lot of people that's not a big deal, but you're automatically in the playoffs at this point. And of course, playoffs, yes. So if you beat the Saints, you beat the Falcons, and then you beat the Panthers, you win the NFC South.
Exactly.
I mean, and that's what it's all about. And then you got 2 games left. You got, of course, the Dolphins and the Panthers. But again, the NFL may have planned on this coming down to the last week of the season. You don't necessarily want to do that because, again, the Panthers are much improved, and you don't want to. I feel good about this team going forward, especially with them getting healthy. I think they're definitely getting healthy at the right time with getting Mike Evans back and Jalen McMillan and possibly Kalijah Cansey here in the next couple of weeks. So I'm confident if it does come down to the last week, what more do you want? You get the Carolina Panthers, the last game of the season at Raymond James Stadium at this point. So let's go to Van House Life. Okay. Why am I just why even bother reading that guy's comments? This is Cameron here. Fire Todd Bowles. Be sure to tell him why you're there, Pete.
Y'all need to start with the Fire Todd Bowles comments because, hey, we can't keep changing our head coaches. You know, Mike Tomlin's been with the Steelers for 20 years, okay? He won a Super Bowl.
Right.
But we got a solid team. All right, hey, give Todd cut that man some slack, okay? Just
cut him some slack, right?
Yeah, cut him some slack.
Well, we'll see how that all goes here. We got Jay Pringle,
all right,
DJ UPS. Come here. You got that? Okay, all right. We got DJ UPS walking by there. So we'll definitely get him on the evolution of Sports Talk Television. Let's go out to Cole, my CSB brother. Welcome to the Evolution live here from the Florida State Expo on a Saturday on the Sports Web, my friend. What's going on?
Man, Peter, you are doing it. I turned around and was watching Facebook and saw the notice. I was like, oh my goodness.
Yes.
I forgot about the expo. My goodness, you are all about it. I turned on I flipped it on and there's Casey Weldon and I'm like, my goodness.
Yep. Well, we planned to have Rays on today, but they got in here early and they were out. So I wish I would have known that they were going to come in here a little bit earlier. But listen, we're planning to get some guests on today. Not only got Casey Weldon on, we're planning to get Dwight Smith on, Super Bowl 37. A lot of people thought he should have been the MVP of that game. We're looking to get Jimmy Giles on, Dante Culpepper, Peter
That's
Warwick.
really great.
So we're doing it here for you guys. And once again, thank you very much for a webhead like yourself here, Cole, CSB brother, for tuning in.
Well, listen,
yes,
Peter, I wanted to talk to you about this USF thing, the head coach being Heartline. I have some mixed feelings because basically the way I look at it is I like a faithful wife, not a hot girlfriend with her head on a swivel. You understand what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
I want somebody who's going to stick around and be faithful. And I'm worried that, this guy is the hot new name and he's going to last, maybe 24, maybe 30 months before he's gone. I'd like somebody to stick and stay. Maybe I'm old fashioned, but, going back to the Florida State thing, Bobby Bowden stuck and stayed and he stayed there and they were road warriors, and they made that team from a former girls' school that nobody was laughing about to a national power.
Well, listen, Cole, hold on a sec here. Let me stand by. I agree with you on that, but I definitely think USF is they knocked it out of the park with the hire. I also think that the direction is pointing up from this point, getting an on-campus stadium at this point, getting the NIL money when you have Derek Brooks in charge, Rob Higgins, met those gentlemen.
Definitely.
But let me go out to DJ UPS here. Stand by, Cole. Man, already we started. It's like deja vu all over again. I got all this set up, and we start out with a Florida State quarterback in Casey Weldon. Last time it was Brad Johnson.
Yep.
Now, you told me today, if you got out of here earlier, that Carlos Pena was here, BJ Upton was here. Who else has been here at the Florida State? Brett Phillips. Nice.
Yep. And we got Peter Warwick back there signing right now.
So we're looking to get Peter Warwick on. Hopefully Dwight Smith. He walked by the show here. Looking forward to getting him.
Yep.
Cole, you're on the phone here. Say hi to DJ UPS.
What's up, Cole?
Hey, DJ, what's going on?
Listen, bro, how you doing, man?
Let me tell you something about this guy. If this guy right here didn't say, come out to the sports web, him and Jamie, give me the opportunity to do something like this that was so cool, to have athletes come up and have guys that we never get a chance to talk to here on this show, we wouldn't be here. So, man, I really appreciate the love.
We appreciate y'all, always. Man. We appreciate y'all.
Hey, we're trying to give you as much publicity as possible because what you got going on right now is unbelievable. Kind of talk about this. I started on Friday. It's going on today. It's going on tomorrow. I know All Eyes on Sunday will be on Bucks versus the Saints.
Yep.
But talk about this expo just a little bit.
So Fridays we normally start out a little slow to try to get people's feet wet
Yeah.
with the event. So last night we had Jonathan Aranda from the Rays, and we
Yes.
had
Elijah
Roberts
Roberts.
from the Bucks. Big dog.
Yes, big dog.
Yeah, they came out and hung out and signed a few autographs and showed a little love to my son because he's probably the only kid in the world with an Elijah Roberts jersey. He was
Awesome.
rocking it, so it was cool to
Rookie starter right now.
Yep, that's one of his favorite players. And
Right.
yeah, man. He stepped up in a big way when Kancey got hurt.
Wow, he
But,
absolutely did. Yes.
Today we have a nice list of former All-Stars and All-Pros, and we had the 3 Rays. We had Brett Phillips, we had Carlos Pena, BJ Upton, and then we got Peter Wark, Dante Culpepper. A nice little list of names. Casey Weldon. Let's see who else is back there.
Yeah.
Dwight Smith, of course, the Super Bowl champ. We got Jimmy Giles coming up soon.
Nice.
Yeah, we tried to make it a little, more versatile and have a little bit of everyone, current, former, just all the way around. Ring of Honor, it doesn't matter. Super Bowl champs.
Beautiful.
All pros with Dante Culpepper. We tried to get a little bit of everything that's go around because, December is our slow show.
Right.
Because it's in season, we can't get a lot of current players to come out. They're more focused on the season, which is a great thing. We want them to be focused as Bucks fans.
Yeah.
So they'll be March 13th, 14th, and 15th. We have another one coming up, so be ready for that.
We will be out here for that no matter what happens. We'll definitely working hand in hand with this crew there. Again, DJ UPS, Jay Pringle doing great things. I definitely want to do a project because I know you're DJing out there. I know you're playing the music. Appreciate you turning off the music so we don't get copyrighted. But I'm going to send you a link, and I want you during the show to walk around and show everybody what they're missing out on, the card vendors, because there's plenty of card vendors. I mean, kind of talk about that. If you're a baseball fan, if you're a football fan, college football, hockey, it's all here for you, right?
So it's an all-in-one process. You can come here, actually go shopping in the card section.
Yes.
Get you a card, a mini helmet, a full-size helmet, a football, a jersey. It doesn't matter. You can find something from one of the vendors to get signed, and then you can go. After you get it signed by the player that you desire, you can go get it authenticated at JSA and do it all in one shebang. And we also have the Jay the Frame guy. He frames for a nice price. The nice framing's $300, $400 to get it done. You can get him to do it around $250, $280.
Really?
So
wow.
It saves you $100. Yeah, it's a nice price, man.
There you go, Cole. So you get down here tomorrow.
Yeah, he's speaking my language, man. That's great. I'm a big collector, and that's phenomenal.
Yeah, framing is a lot. I have a Mike Evans jersey at home, a throwback creamsicle.
All right, we got the update there from Abraham. He said Peter Warwick is coming, so there you go.
I have a Mike Evans creamsicle at home. That's the first jersey I did. It was $425 to get framed the way I wanted it. So
awesome.
But
Awesome.
Jay the Frame guy, I'll go get him and have him come get on the show for you.
Please do.
Yeah, I'll go grab him for you.
Try to grab as many vendors as possible because it's not just about the sports web and the athletes
It's
and the
about
celebrities.
the hobby all together. Yeah,
it's about these guys here that make it. They're the backbone of what this expo is all about.
Yep.
DJ UPS, appreciate the time as always, my friend.
Pete. You already know what time it is.
Yes,
man.
sir. I'm sending you that link. I want you to walk around and show everybody here eventually. All right.
I got you. Text it to me. I got you.
All right. Sounds good, my friend. There
Thank
you go.
Bro. I'll send over the frame guy. Give me a few minutes.
All right. Frame guys coming over here. Let's finish up with you, Cole. Let's talk about it. Brian Hartline, I will say this. I understand that, USF fans don't want this to be, a place where you change coaches 2 to 3 years at this point. As Dante Culpepper is being announced out there, so we'll get him on in just a little bit.
Let me just check on what Dwight Smith is doing. So
Yeah.
Go ahead, man.
Well,
Peter, if you need to cut me off at any point, there's somebody here because
I
I'm
just
not
wanna say
watching
that-
right now.
I
But
just want to say this. I think let me just say this. I love the move here. I don't think it's one of those where he transitions to a bigger program. I think eventually where USF, and this is what everybody's looking at and is excited about, with getting a Rob Higgins, with getting a Derek Brooks in charge of this, that eventually you're going to set up to go to a bigger conference, possibly an ACC, possibly.
I think they're going to go to the ACC in 3 years when they're going to go to the ACC, I believe.
Right, and that's what I think too, and that's where I think it will definitely keep a coach who wants to stay in here. How you doing? This is the Sports Web. Thank you very much. We definitely have to get you on. I think that's the sign guy or the frame guy. Are you the frame guy? You are the frame guy. Okay, we need you to come on here. Abraham, go ahead and give your cans away there. Go check on Dwight Smith as he's helping me out today. We'll talk to this frame guy here. Cole, anything else here? We're about to talk to the frame guy here.
No, I'll hang up and listen, man, because that's something I'm really interested in as a collector. You know, having the Warren Sapp signed jersey that I got to get framed and everything else. So I'll hang up and listen. I'm really interested.
All right.
Take care.
Thanks a lot, Cole. Appreciate the time as always. Again, open phone line 727-255-0391. It's 727-255-0391. We're live here from the Florida State Expo. I'm your host, Peter Blake, your Rolex reporter, giving you something to think about. Go ahead and introduce yourself, sir, because we've been talking about you the last couple minutes. What's your name?
Awesome. So my name is Joe. I'm down in West Palm Beach, but I'm up here with you guys and having a great show.
All right, and you are the frame guy because DJ UPS talked about this. So you're one of the reasons why. How much are you charging for framing, and why is it so important to get a jersey frame that's signed? Because you have the opportunity with meeting all these athletes here, getting those signatures. Why is it important to have a guy like you around?
Right. Well, it's important to have a guy like me because framing your autograph stuff, your jerseys, your photos, your cards and stuff like that, it actually preserves it. You know what I'm saying? Because what we do is we put it behind a glass, we seal the back of it and everything like that. And it actually preserves it for many, many years rather than just it just sitting around and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Just get collecting dust.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's all about preserving what you have and stuff like that. And that's what framing does.
How much are we looking at price-wise here? Because he said they're doing pretty well with price. How much are we looking at? For?
So I have different price frames, anywhere from $100 up to about $300. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I'm blowing stuff out. I'm usually about half off of what malls would charge and Michael's would charge. I'm about half off of all those prices.
What's the most fun framing job you ever did?
I actually did Al Capone's gun.
How does that work? Al Capone's gun? How does that work for you? When somebody comes to you, are you joking? Is it a Geraldo thing? Because you remember this Geraldo, unlocking the secrets. They find nothing at all. You think it's a hoax possibly, but it really is Al Capone's gun.
Yes.
Talk about that.
Oh, yeah. So like I said, I'm down in West Palm. And as you know, we have Palm Beach Island and it's full of millionaires, billionaires and stuff like that. And those are the type of people who will go spend $100,000 on an Al Capone gun or something like that. And I've just been framing for over 15, 20 years. And we just network and we get all the business.
Nice. Good stuff here. All right. So go ahead, promote your business, promote what you're doing here. You're live here at the Florida State Expo. We're live here on the sports web on YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, of course, Instagram Live, LinkedIn Live out there. Keeping it professional. Go ahead.
Awesome.
Promote yourself.
So my name is Joe the Framer. I'm down in West Palm. I custom make all my frames from scratch to a finished product and stuff like that. I wish you guys would come down, check out some of my work, and maybe we can network and make some stuff happen.
Love it. Thanks a lot for being on the Evolution of Sports Talk Television. You got to do me a favor because we got everybody on here, guests on here, athletes. You got to do me one favor. You got to lean into that mic. You got to say three things. Bring your passion. Bring your excitement. Just don't bring any nonsense, and you got to do it like your life depends on it.
Nice. So, guys, if you're out in Tampa Bay area, bring your passion, bring your love for the game, the love for the industry itself. And believe me, you come here, you're going to find some amazing products, cards, sports stuff and stuff like that. So if you're not doing anything, guys, get down here. We need you down here. Like I said, we have a packed house, but we always have room for more. All right. So come down here, have some fun, meet some great vendors, some great hosts and stuff like that.
Thank you.
And let's get this show popping.
All right. He changed it up, but I like it. Good stuff there. Winner, chicken dinner right there. Appreciate you, Joe the Framer here, being on the Evolution of Sports Talk Television live from the Florida State Fairgrounds here at the Florida State Expo Card Show. Thanks a lot for your time, my friend. All right.
Thank you.
Good stuff there. Again, like and subscribe to the Sports Web on YouTube. Friend me on Facebook at Peter H. Blake. You got me, all right? All right, good stuff there. Joe the Framer, come on. Absolutely, yes. We love promoting businesses. This is what it's all about, Mr. Abraham Cherry. V Cherry. I should say the Cherry or V Cherry. I like the Cherry.
V Cherry is Vatican in the middle, so a lot of people don't know how to pronounce my last name. But once they get comfortable, they'll start pronouncing it's Vatican, like the one in Rome and Cherry. But
Yes. All right. Let's go out to this guy.
Acknowledge me.
Let's go out to Roger Shue here live from the Florida State Expo on the Evolution of Sports Talk Television. My friend, what's on your mind today?
Peter, great show so far, man.
Thank
I can't
you, man.
wait to see the rest. You're killing it.
Thank you, man. We had a little We had a little mic issue at the beginning, but that's how it goes sometimes. We're good to
Hey,
go.
that's live TV, brother.
Yes, it's live TV, my friend. So what's on your mind today, my friend?
Nothing really, man. I'm just watching the show and enjoying, and you're like I said, you're killing it like always.
Yes, thank you.
And who are you So here's my question: who are you most looking forward to meeting?
All of them.
Or interviewing?
All of them.
There's a lot of good people here.
There's so many great guests that we're looking to have on here. We can't guarantee you, but we talk to people. It's a fluid situation. So we'll see at this point. But we're looking forward to having Dwight Smith on. Jimmy Giles, I met him before. Always looking to talk to an old school Tampa Bay Buccaneer like him. And having Dante Culpepper on, having Peter Warwick on here, Dwight Smith. I mean, the list goes on, and of course, taking your phone calls and getting you ready for Bucs versus the Saints tomorrow here live from the Florida State Expo.
So you're going to be out there tomorrow, right?
I will not be out here tomorrow. I will be covering the Tampa Bay Buccaneers live from What the Buck at 10 o'clock, and then of course after the game, in collaboration with the JP
Peterson show.
30 to 35 minutes, guys. You got to wait. You got to set up all this equipment on the field. But we got you covered tomorrow, hopefully with a Bucs victory over the New Orleans Saints.
It's going to be Victory Monday, baby.
It's going to be Victory Monday for all of us. Absolutely. Hopefully.
Go Bucs, go Bears.
Yeah. Well, what about your Bears? Who are they playing? They're playing
the Packers.
They're playing the Green Bay Packers. So,
we're playing them twice in 3 weeks.
Well, just like the Bucs are doing at the end of the season with the Carolina Panthers, it's kind of funny how the NFL set that up. So, how you feeling? You feeling confident?
Absolutely, baby.
Okay. All right, my
First
friend.
place. We got the number 1 seed in the NFC, baby.
All right. Well, you do right now. We'll see. It's early. It's early at Roger Shoe.
Let me enjoy it, okay?
I'll let you enjoy it, my friend. I'll let you enjoy it. All right. Appreciate the call as always.
Love you. Have a great show. I'll keep watching.
All right. Sounds good. Open phone line 727-255-0391. It's 727-255-0391. So let's go out to Blake Anthony. You're the man. No, you are the man. Mr. Blake Anthony right there. Tell him to replace Todd Bowles. It's the Greek. It's not the Greek. It was the Greek. We had a commercial there. Everyone wants a word. Van House Live. Kevin Cash says he wants to be the Bucs' new head coach.
Please get a reality check.
Peter, you tell all the Bucs players to try harder. Stop making so many dumb mistakes. He says trolling, man. He's just all he's doing is trolling. It's most definitely a mess. I agree with Casey. He was the first quarterback I remember as FSU fan. Yeah, I think there's a lot of FSU fans that remember Casey Weldon as the first quarterback that really put them on the map. He talked about in the previous interview how he went into the big house there against Michigan and Desmond Howard and had a big time win. A lot of people forget that, but Desmond Howard that year was the Heisman Trophy winning player. And still,
Florida
FSU
State
wins.
should have won the national championship.
They couldn't.
If it weren't for that missed field goal against Miami.
Missed field goal, yep, absolutely. All right, so definitely FSU fan Blake Anthony, Peter killing the game. Appreciate you, my friend. College football has changed since I played. Yeah, Blake, you definitely played. It is a hot-ass mess right now. The Saints will win on Sunday, I think, says Mary Poppins. I guess that is a Saints fan.
That's good enough to suck right there.
I don't know about that. The Bucs will be complacent and lose. Tell him he looks like Cash Patel's brother. Yeah, I think this is the same guy.
Nice try.
Cash Patel's brother.
I'm South Indian. I'm Catholic. He's Hindu. He's Gujarati. And we're Americans of Indian origin, but we're different people. Sorry.
I think that's the same troll.
Don't stereotype me, bro.
Dude, I think that's the same guy. I think that's Cameron. Let's see here. Let's go out to Blake Anthony on this. So let me tell you how Kiffin should have handled this. You have a closed-door conversation. When you agree on a deal, you don't mention anything till the end of the season. No way, no how a coach should be walking out on the team during the season, especially the season that Ole Miss has had at this point with having one loss, being in the college football playoff. It's such a distraction and so disappointing. And then on top of it, trying to take coaches and staff. College football definitely needs to do something about this because not only are you hurting these programs, but you're hurting these kids, you're hurting recruiting,
Yeah.
It is a mess right now.
Yeah, I don't like what Golish did, but I appreciate what he did for the program. So, I mean,
that's the thing, too. Also, a lot of people look at it and they say, well, and we were talking to Golish last Saturday after the win over Rice in dominating fashion. You take it away and let me make a decision for my family, this and that and other thing. The very next day, he's gone, and he's gone to Auburn. A lot of people reported it was going to be Arkansas at the time, but it was Auburn. There were more offers out there. So good for him, but it kind of hurts your kids at that point, and it hurts the program. And, look, USF season was over with. They're playing a bowl game, but it is somewhat of a distraction.
I don't take it personally because he's got to do what's best for him and his family.
Agree.
But the team hit a home run with the Heartline hiring.
Yeah.
I'm really excited about the program next year, and hopefully he'll stay. Hopefully he stays his whole contract, but I'm excited about the USF program, especially moving into a new stadium.
Yeah.
That's going to create an actual college town in Tampa Bay.
Right.
So I'm excited about that.
So what do you guys think, USF Bulls fans, about Brian Hartline being hired? What do you think about Bucks versus the Saints? No Mike Evans, no Jalen McMillan. Overall college football, a lot of great games today. SEC championship going on. Got a call before the show there from the media icon wishing me luck. Knock it dead. Thank you, TJ Reeves of the Buccaneer Radio Network. Most likely see him tomorrow on the post-game edition of the Evolution of Sports Talk Television. Him, Jason Powers on Sports Podcast, going out there to watch the SEC tonight. A lot of great college football games on right now. But, what do you think about that? What do you think about all the coaching changes and moves, being left out in the cold? Because a lot of people thought that Brian Hartline was going to go to a program like Penn State. So when people say USF is it's not a destination anymore, I say, no, it is a destination, because when you got a offensive coordinator, a guy who's done it in the league and done it in college football, and a Hartline, and he chooses USF over Penn State, I happen to think it's very optimistic. I sent you the link, DJ UPS. Hey, I sent you the link.
Oh, you did?
So you go ahead, take that link, and just give me a walk around on what the people are missing at this point as we're producing live on air. Can we do that? All right. So you chime in. I want you to walk around. We're going to read the rest of these comments. Got some comments there on Instagram Live. But that's what I go back to. Like, everybody says, well, the history, the legacy of Penn State. Here's a hotshot offensive coordinator who's in demand, who chooses USF. What does that tell you of what's going on right now with Derek Brooks and Rob Higgins? I definitely think, again, they've got the Bulls going in the right direction. What do you think, Bulls fans? What do you think, Bucks fans? What do you college football fans? Over phone line, 727-255-0391 and 727-255-0391. So good stuff there by Blake Anthony. Let's go out to Brian Pettit. Good morning. Good morning to you. Is Mary Poppins a troll? Roger in disguise. That is a troll, but I don't think it's who you think it is. Guess you have a bunch of 12-year-olds on here trolling. Go play PS5 dimwit. Cole says Joe, the frame guy, threw a changeup. He did throw a changeup there. That was really interesting. He comes over. Good price, by the way, because I was trying to get that Levante David framed.
Yeah.
I just got a case. I kind of tried to save money on it.
Mm-hmm.
Plus, I couldn't put it on the wall because I got roommates.
I get it.
And they're all over you about putting things on the wall. So I can't do that. So I know. What are you looking at? What are you
I'm looking for Dwight Smith, so that's why I just make
you're just like a hawk in the sky. You're like the eye in the sky at this point. You're trying
Dwight Smith.
We've seen him walk by here, but I know he had to get some things done.
Yeah, I'm just keeping an eye for Dwight Smith, and then Peter's still signing, so I'm just keeping an eye on the guys that we asked to come. We talk if we can join us. So
all right,
that's all.
So Joe, the frame guy there with the Al Capone gun.
Yep.
Interesting. All right, go Pack, go. Christopher Cole, afternoon, Pete. Afternoon to you, sir. Thank you very much for tuning in, as always.
Oh, yeah.
Peter, get Todd Bowles on the show so we can troll him. Yeah, that's exactly what we want to do. Where's the Greek? Greek's not here today. Here, the Greek is my favorite. Chris Cole. Don't forget the MLB winter meetings are next week. Yes, they are. And this is absolutely no way the new USF head coach will last for the eternity or the entirety of the contract, 6-year contract. I think he does.
I think
I definitely think he does.
Mm-hmm.
I think he does. I do. I understand where you're coming from, Cole, but I definitely think it's not the same USF. It's not the same Bulls program. Again, they're going in the right direction. Thanks to Alex Golish for doing that. But when a top-notch, and I think he is a top-notch offensive coordinator, top-notch coach in general, picks USF over a program like Penn State, who's got the legacy, who's got the history, I disagree. I definitely think he will last the eternity and the entirety of the contract. Easy for me to say, along with the on-campus stadium, all the NIL money. And again, the big-time deal is when you get a Derek Brooks involved, you get a Rob Higgins involved, who, Higgins has been very instrumental in getting, events in the Tampa Bay area. I definitely think that is the 1A deal with getting both of those parties in place to join a bigger conference. And once you join that bigger conference, then I think you can compete with anybody. Just my opinion.
Yeah. I think if he didn't see potential in this program, he wouldn't take the job.
Yeah.
See, there's a potential. Plus, he's a good recruiter in the state of Florida, and Florida is a hotbed for high school athletes, especially football players. I mean, all athletes, football, baseball, you name it. Florida is a place where you get the most talent.
Well, it is. It's where you have to recruit too.
Yeah,
it's basically where you have to recruit. It's the separation from the haves and the have-nots. If we're recruiting, if you're going to be one of the big three, and USF has the opportunity to be one of those big three. In fact, they have the opportunity to be the best college football team in the state of Florida. Sorry, love Florida State, been a fan all my life, but they're going in the wrong direction at this point. I don't think they're going in the right direction. Florida.
No comment. I grew up a Florida State fan, so I ain't making no comment. But
no comment. Florida. You don't believe in Florida either. Miami.
Being a Florida State fan, I hated the Miami Hurricanes.
Right.
And my brother went to that school too. So, and it's like, oh my God, I hate the Hurricanes now more.
Right.
Well, not because of my brother, but sibling rivalry.
Yes.
Then I never liked the Gators.
Right.
Deion Sanders is from my hometown. So I've been a Florida State fan since Deion started playing for them. So I've been.
Oh, look at this! Look at this big guy.
All right, we got the one and only Dante Culpepper.
I think he's gonna come on. Hold on a sec here.
The
Let's see.
Rhinoceros from Ocala Vanguard, UCF Knights. One of the best arms I've ever seen in the NFL.
Love it here. What's going on, buddy? How you doing? Welcome to the evolution of Sports Talk Television. Go ahead and sit down there. Go ahead, get into that mic. Mr. All-Pro himself, former UCF quarterback, former quarterback for the Minnesota Vikings, also Miami Dolphins, right?
Yeah, 1 year.
Yeah, 1 year.
Yeah.
Let's start out with that, because there was a rumor out there. I don't know if you can substantiate this, but welcome to the evolution. I'm your host, Peter Blake, along with Dante Culpepper.
Yes.
You were close to signing with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and John Gruden at the time. Was that something that was being talked about around that time?
No, I don't know. Those are just rumors.
Just rumors.
Yeah.
So you were never close to being a Tampa Bay Buccaneer.
I was close coming out of UCF.
Really? Talk about that.
Well, Coach Dungy, I think it was his first year, and my rookie year would have been his first year, and he was recruiting me heavily and scouting me heavily, and I actually sat with him probably about 6 or 7 times, maybe 8 closer to 10 times before the draft.
Yeah.
And certain meetings, and then watching film with him, and they had the 15th pick, and out of nowhere on draft day, Denny Green trades up. Trades Brad Johnson to Washington and gets the 11th pick and picks me before they could get me in Tampa.
Yeah.
Because
well, that's crazy. That's crazy
because
because that changes everything at that point, because you look at it. You can hold that mic, because that mic is just doing some weird crap today. Sorry about that. We're live at the Florida State Expo. You got to love live television here, Dante. But that changes the whole thing, because at the time you go to the Minnesota Vikings, knock it out of the park. I remember you coming in. You're a monster. You're a monster still. And you and Randy Moss. But if you're a Tampa Bay Buccaneer, by the way, there's no Brad Johnson that wins the Super Bowl for Super Bowl 37, because I believe a year later in 2001, the Bucs pick him up and free agency, and the rest is history. But talk about your experience with not only Coach Dungy, because we talked to him on this show before, but also Denny Green, the late, great Denny Green.
Yes, the late, great, man. Love Denny. Love Coach Dungy, man. Coach Dungy was very knowledgeable.
Yeah.
Big football mind person. And Denny and he were good friends, and they come from the same coaching tree under Bill Walsh.
Right.
So, funny story, Bill Walsh is the one that told Denny about me 2 years prior. He called Denny and said, hey, keep an eye on this kid in Central Florida. I like him. And when Denny drafted me, that was the first story he told me. He said, you know who first told me about you was Bill Walsh. And I kept it in my back pocket. And then now I had a chance to trade up and get you, and that's what I did. He said, I couldn't let you go to Tampa.
Right.
We were in the same division at the time, and I didn't want to, and I needed a quarterback that can get the ball out to Randy.
Right.
So I thought it'd be a perfect fit. So I'm glad.
Talk about Bill Walsh. What kind of impact did he have on you? Because I consider him, a lot of people say Belichick, a lot of people say Lombardi, but for me, it's the grandfather, if you will, of the West Coast offense in a Bill Walsh. Talk about Walsh a little bit.
Coach Walsh, I didn't really get a chance to meet him and be around him in person, but he affected me tremendously from his impact on Denny and other coaches around the league. And he definitely is the grandfather of the West Coast offense. And he just was a genius when it comes to moving the ball. And I'm glad that I was able to be in an offense like that and put up points and be successful because of it.
You guys put up a lot of points there early on in your career there with the Minnesota Vikings. What do you think that was? Was that a part of coaching? Was that preparation for you? Because we see it a lot of times, Dante, where quarterbacks, the transition from being a rookie quarterback to going into the NFL doesn't always work out. In fact, one of the highest bust rates are first-round quarterbacks. You're not one of them by any means, my friend. Why is that?
I mean, I don't know. I think it could be a combination of things. I think you got to have a guy that's willing to learn and be a sponge. That's what my rookie year, I didn't have the pressure of playing.
Yeah.
Because I was behind Cunningham and Jeff George. So I was third string and I was the practice squad quarterback. So I actually every day would go against our first defense. And that got me ready. That got me acclimated to the speed of the game and just being ready. So I'm glad that I had a chance to not have to go out there and have the pressure of performing from day one, even though I thought personally after about three weeks of practice I was ready, but I had to sit out the whole year and wait my turn. But it was good. It was good that Coach Denny took his time with me, and I'm glad he was able to.
When you came onto the scene, we're on with Dante Culpepper, former Minnesota Viking, Miami Dolphin. It's the Sports Web. I'm your host, Peter Blake, your Rolex reporter, giving you something to think about. You and Randy Moss, I mean, you guys just were unbelievable, and you gave the Bucs everything they could handle at that point. Talk about throwing to Randy Moss, what it was a treat, and what you remember with that time with Moss as being one of the great wide receivers of the era.
Oh, he's one of the best ever, not just that era. But,
yeah.
I mean, Randy's just
better than Jerry Rice. A lot of people say, that's the comparison.
I mean, I'm not saying he was better than Jerry.
Right.
I mean, obviously, nobody's close to Jerry's numbers.
Right.
And his impact in the game. At the time, you remember, it was a defensive game.
Yeah.
When Jerry, and even when Randy was doing it early in his career, it was the rules were geared towards defense, and to put up those numbers and be that successful, it says that you're special.
Let's take a picture real quick right there. There we go. Little photo op there. You talk about the game, more defensive back then, now more offensive. If you were a quarterback in this era, you'll probably excel 1,000% better than you did before. And you put up some great numbers. I mean, the unbelievable numbers at the end of the day. So playing in this type of era, what do you think of the quarterbacks? Lamar Jackson, very mobile quarterback. Josh Allen, Patrick Mahomes, even our guy down here, Baker Mayfield. Let's talk about playing in this era. What would you do? What do you think you could do in this era?
Personally, I definitely would put up way more numbers. If my receivers didn't have a fear of getting their heads knocked off going across the middle.
Yeah.
And if you couldn't touch me at quarterback, I mean, your thought process and your approach is different.
Yeah.
So I think my numbers, you take more chances, and I was an accurate quarterback. So if you can't hit my guys and I could throw it in there, it's like practice almost. So the numbers would have definitely went up. But with that being said, you still got to go out there and do it. And I love watching, Josh Allen and Lamar and Mahomes, even Baker. I like watching all the guys. It don't matter who's playing. I like watching them because once you get to this level, you got to be the best of the best, and these guys are that.
Going back to that, because we'll get back to the quarterbacks in a moment, what's the most important facet to be a quarterback, you think, in the National Football League and college football overall? Is it the accuracy? You said you were very accurate. You were. Is that the most important thing? Is that the toughest transition over from college football to the NFL game, in your opinion, is the accuracy, because the windows we've heard are so small? Is that for you what it was?
I think the number one thing is intelligence. I think you got to have the intelligence. You got to be able to absorb the information and be able to adjust really fast. And after that, I think accuracy becomes the number one attribute. You got to be able to put the ball in spots that are very tight, like you said, because those guys get paid too on the defensive side, and those are the best of the best in the world as well. So as a quarterback, you got to be accurate. So I say intelligence, accuracy, and then just the leadership. You got to have guys that want to play for you, and just the ability to be a playmaker.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, you talk about a playmaker in Baker Mayfield. All eyes are on him tomorrow against the New Orleans Saints. All eyes are on him because he was a number one pick, was looking like he was a bust. He went to Carolina. Then he goes to the Bucs. He becomes a franchise quarterback, 41 touchdowns. Last year, 16 interceptions, has cut down on the interceptions. What do you think about Mr. Mayfield?
Love him. Love the way he plays the game. Love how he approaches the game. And I liked him in college as well. He's a great player.
Yeah.
And all great players, sometimes you don't get to be great for whatever reason, because to be successful in the NFL is a unique combination of not just the coaches, not just the players, the building. Everything has to be aligned.
Right.
So, it shows that one place he might not be successful, then he goes to another place and is successful. So my hat is off to Baker. I think he's a great player, and I think he's going to continue to have success in this league.
Talk about Josh Allen, Patrick Mahomes. What do you see from those guys, especially Josh Allen, who, look, coming out of Wyoming, 55, 56% completion percentage at the time. A lot of people thinking that he's going to be a bust. He's been absolutely, yeah. So we got a folder up right there. There you go, right there. Thank you. A lot of people think he's going to bust, but he's turned out to be a real franchise quarterback, although can't get over the hump, like you said, with the team against the Kansas City Chiefs. Talk about Allen and Mahomes.
I mean, that's a great duo, great matchup right there between those guys. And they have great camaraderie off the field. But on the field, they go at each other's throats. And, who knows, this year could be the year for Allen. I think that if everybody around him they'll do their job, he's more than capable of bringing Super Bowl up to Buffalo.
I would be remiss not to ask, you went against one of the greatest defenses, in my opinion. I think a lot of it, statistically, that 2000s Bucs defense. What was it like to go against a Warren Sapp and a Derek Brooks? And we had Dwight Smith in the background there. He was a part of that. What was it like to go against that defense in that era?
It was great, man. It was great. As a competitor, you want to go against the best.
Yes.
And, unfortunately, they were in our division, so we had to see them twice a year. But, it was fun, man. I think it was great. I love going against those guys. And, Johnny Lynch was one of the hardest hitters. And Brooks, Sapp, Simeon Rice, and Rondé Barber. Those guys were absolutely animals out there. And it just made you have to be sharper on your game. So I appreciate the competition that we were able to have.
Sim just went into the Ring of Honor. I believe he should be in the Hall of Fame. Do you believe the same thing, Simeon Rice? Because people say all he was one-dimensional. He couldn't play the run, but I saw him play the run. He could definitely get after the passer. In your opinion, should he be in the Hall of Fame, Simeon Rice?
He's definitely a Hall of Fame type player. He made you worry about him every play, and his stats and everything else shows it. So if I was voting, he definitely would be in.
Love it, love it. You not only had Randy Moss on that team, easy for me to say, Chris Carter on that team, right? Talk about that wide receiving duo, and then we'll go to UCF.
Chris is great. He's a great guy. One of the more vocal guys on the team, and in just sheer production, he's second to none. He was an animal out there. And one thing I say about Chris and Randy all the time is, you see the stats they put up and everything, the touchdowns, but nobody saw the hard work. They were two of the hardest working teammates I've ever been around.
Yeah.
And I think that keeps guys around and keeps the production up, because you never feel that you don't have anything to prove. When you feel you don't have anything to prove and you relax, I think that's when you run into some problems. You're
a local kid out of Ocala Vanguard.
Yep.
You also went to UCF.
Yep.
Give me the state of that program right now with UCF. It's tough right now. Do you think they're going to go in the right direction? What should UCF do at this point?
I definitely think we're going in the right direction. I love Scott Frost. I love what he brings to the table as a coach. He's going to recruit better. And I just think he's going to build a program that everybody's going to be happy to be a UCF Knight. Just wait. He did it before. and I think he could do it again. He just got to have the time to get his guys in there and put up the numbers that they did. But I'm looking forward to it, and I'm excited about it.
Does your program want to play USF? Because down here we're excited about the direction. Derek Brooks now in charge of that with Rob Higgins. How come we can't get this rivalry back together again when it comes to USF and UCF? Come on, Dante, sell this to them.
We need to.
Right.
I'm a friend. I think it's great. The war on I-4 is what we need in college football. We need to start a petition or something to get this thing going again, because I think it's two great programs that are also going up in the right direction. So it'll be good to see.
Listen, man, appreciate the time here. Always welcome to come on here and talk every week if you want to about quarterbacks. You know the game all too well. The Sports Web on YouTube. Friend me on Facebook at Peter H. Blake. We'll get you on Monday and Wednesday nights if you want to talk some quarterbacks.
Thank you for the invite.
I love it, man. I love the intel. I love it, man. Thanks a lot. Appreciate the time. Dante Culpepper here on the Evolution of Sports Talk Television, live here from the Florida State Expo. I mean, where else do you have an all-pro quarterback? We had Casey Weldon, pretty good Florida State quarterback. You got UCF's own Dante Culpepper here on the Evolution of Sports Talk Television, talking about that Bucs defense, talking about Simeon Rice, talking about playing with Randy Moss. Come on in here, Mr. Abraham. How about that, huh?
Yeah.
Pretty good.
Yeah, I just said hello to Jimmy Giles. I said thank you for what you did for the Buccaneer football. I just fist bumped him. But.
We're working on getting him. You are not Dante Culpepper, so let's get that out of there right now. There we go right there. You are Abraham.
Yep.
V Cherry. I'll say the Cherry.
Vatican.
Yes, Vatican. There you go, V Cherry. Why I should say the?
But you can say Vatican. I don't care. But
Vatican. Okay.
For your information, who's trolling me because due to my national origin, I'm an American. So just accept that, okay? So
I just don't even bother. He don't even bother with that. All right. But good interview there. We'll get that up there with Dante. Love talking to him. Love talking to him about his old days with the Minnesota Vikings, of course. It was funny, though. He talked about how close he was to being a Tampa Bay Buccaneer back in that
He was
time.
He was hard to tackle for Warren Sapp. Warren Sapp said, I dreaded going against the rhinoceros.
Well,
that's what they called him, the rhinoceros. That was his nickname.
Oh, man. That's great stuff.
He knew his nickname because when I said rhinoceros, he was like, he was grinning.
Yes. All right, let's go out to Jamie Lindsay here. Only way he won't last his 6-year contract is once a better opening. He'll be gone for money. Again, the opening is here with the USF Bulls, and he even told you he wants to see that I-4, the war on I-4, come back here when it comes to USF versus UCF at this point as we're live here on the Evolution of Sports Talk Television. I'm your host, Peter Blake, along with Mr. Abraham himself, taking your phone calls. What do you think here, Bucs fans? Are you confident and what this Bucs team can do versus the New Orleans Saints? 727-255-0391. It's 727-255-0391. Thank you for sending all those pictures. Hopefully I had my eyes open on that one.
That's all good, man.
Yeah, well, you can't close your eyes on that. Mary Poppins says, I'm just here to bring the nonsense. Well, we see that.
That's good enough to suck right there.
And for trolling, my buddy right there, don't take offense to it. Gotta have thin skin on this business.
Yeah, this guy sucks.
You gotta do this.
Bro. Shut up.
Do this. You gotta do this right here.
That's good enough to suck right there.
You gotta do this. There you go.
Hey, Jay, DJ UPS.
You're online here, so yeah. Well, you trying to get to him? What are you trying to do?
He just wanted to know if he got the link or not. He said hopefully he got the link so you can see the view.
He definitely got the link, and I want to go around because this is what we do. This is the fluidity of the sports web. Like, there's guys walking by. We don't have a plan. Like, again, we planned to talk to Rays today. It didn't necessarily happen. But guess what? We got Dante Culpepper on. We got Casey Weldon on. We started out with two quarterbacks, one of the best quarterbacks, one of the nightmare quarterbacks. And for me, I think it's so interesting for him to say, for him, Ocala Vanguard. I watched him a lot, loved watching him. But he was a nightmare. for Bucks and Bucks defense and Bucks fans alike. So
he was one of the top quarterbacks in the state of Florida.
Yes,
when he was a senior.
Yes,
and he went to UCF.
And the Bucks were talking to him at the time. They were trying. There was, Minnesota trades up. He may have been a Tampa Bay Buccaneer. How are things different? As we talked to Brad Johnson, a couple months ago, starting out this show from Florida State, and of course he wins Super Bowl 37. But it could have been different with Dante Culpepper. How about that, Bucks fans? 727-255-0391. It's 727-255-0391. Let's go out to Rhett Matthew, doing great things over there at WFLA. Channel 8, we got to get you on the Evolution. Former CSB brother right there. Rhett says, I'm glad USF is finally taking athletics seriously. Tampa should be a destination. Exactly. It's what Coach Raheem said. It's not the same South Florida, and it's not. It doesn't feel like the same South Florida as you got a great coaching hire there. You got great coaching hires over there. They're doing a fantastic job. And listen, anytime you've got Derek Brooks in charge and Rob Higgins, I feel like the sky is the limit. You can be negative all you want to, Jamie Lindsay, because that's what you do here, being a Tampa Bay sports fan. I see a trend, my friend. I see a lot of negativity. I tend to be eternally optimistic when it comes to talking about the Tampa Bay teams, and especially the Bucks and, of course, USF and Tampa Bay Rays and everything else. I sent you that link, so you're going to walk around a little bit? All right, good stuff there. Let's see. What do we got there? Look at that. What is that? Hey, what is that? Come here. Come here. What we got here? Get on camera. Show everybody.
This is my Super Bowl.
All right.
37.
So get into that mic. Oh, look at that.
It's my Super Bowl. You got Mike. So far, you got Mike, Dexter Jackson, Warren Sapp.
Oh my! Well, get into that mic right there. Tell everybody.
Go ahead,
you don't have to. You don't have to. Well, you go ahead and have it set right here. This is what you get here. This is what you got to love.
So you got Mike Allstott, Dexter Jackson, Rondé Barber, Dwight Smith, and Warren Sapp so far. I gotta keep working to get the rest of them.
I see that, man.
I'm trying to get Martine at one of the games.
We got to get Martine. By the way, his other son committed to USF.
Yeah.
So
I saw that earlier.
Yes. So good stuff there. What's that one right there?
Just a mini helmet as Dwight Smith, Super Bowl champ, Super Bowl 37.
We got to get him on here.
He's coming. He's got a lot.
I see that. And he's got the cowboy hat on, so he's ready to go.
Country boy.
Yes,
Yeah,
country boy.
He has probably about another 30 minutes to sign in.
Okay.
And then he should be over here. He said he'd be back.
All right, can you do me a favor? Because
Yes,
we
sir.
sent you the link. We're going to get Abraham back on here.
I gotta connect to the Wi-Fi, and then I should be able to use the
Okay.
link. That's what it
Well,
was.
you said, well, you can connect it to your cell phone.
No, I clicked on it. I think my service on my cell phone is bad.
Oh, it is?
Yeah, it ain't no good.
We got AT&T. By the way, shout out to AT&T because this was the
I got
biggest.
Verizon. I pay all this money for nothing, bro.
Get AT&T Air. What's going on? How you doing? Welcome to the Evolution of Sports Talk Television. I'm your host, Peter Blake here, your Rolex reporter right
the
there.
Rolex reporter.
Yes,
I love
AT&T out there. Thank you. Out there on Gun Highway. Go out and see them. They get an internet air. It's perfect. We had all these internet problems. The interview still came out well, but the internet is flawless, my friend. And you don't pay that much.
How much you pay?
$26 a month.
Dog, I'm going to get
Unlimited.
that today.
Unlimited.
And it's like that, huh?
It's kind of like a hotspot, yet it's unlimited. So they don't charge you. Internet
It's not
air.
by the
AT&T
gig.
internet air. Yes.
Yeah.
It's perfect. It's absolutely perfect.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's the difference between having Wi-Fi and not having Wi-Fi.
That's true. That's true.
And we didn't
know, but it's Wi-Fi anywhere you want to have
anywhere you want to have it.
Anywhere you want to have
Yes. Usually when there's because it goes off the AT&T towers, I should just have AT&T as a
internet provider.
Yes, or sponsor. Well, they're my internet provider, but as a sponsor at this point.
Yeah.
They take
They
care
gotta
of
do
me.
something.
I love it.
Yeah.
I love this. And they're getting, free pub here. The Evolution of Sports Talk Television. We're going from 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 platforms, 5 platforms flawlessly here on the sports web.
Yeah.
Yes.
Can't beat that.
I love it. I'm like a kid in a candy store.
Somebody said Peter likes to play Madden 26 on rookie.
I
That's
do.
wild.
Well, I don't like to play rookie, but I could definitely probably beat you
That's
as if
crazy.
you were a rookie. He's crazy. He's a troll here. You like to play Madden? Put those headphones on. We'll talk a little
I'm
bit.
not a Madden guy. I'm
No?
a 2K guy.
You're a 2K guy.
I'm a 2K guy, but I watch basketball, but I watch football more. Football's more entertaining to me.
Right. What's the best sign thing you've seen around here at this expo today?
Best sign thing.
Yeah. Best signed sports item, if you will. That right there?
No.
That's yours?
No, Dante signed a Randy Moss helmet.
Oh.
There was a black Vikings helmet. It had Chris Carter, Randy Moss, and Dante Culpepper.
I still feel like he could play in the league.
Dante?
He would be scary, man.
He's big, bro.
He's huge.
He was Ben Roethlisberger before Ben Roethlisberger was Ben Roethlisberger.
Yeah.
Yeah. That.
How about that?
He was fast.
Yes.
Yeah, he was a fast. Yeah.
Him and Randy Moss hooking up.
Just imagine having to play down in the box because the quarterback's 6'5", 280 pounds.
Yes.
And actually in shape at 280 pounds.
And can run a 4.5 or a 4.6.
Yes. And then having Randy Moss on the outside one-on-one because you had to put that extra guy in the box.
Crazy.
Oh, you're screwed.
Crazy.
Screwed.
Love it. And him talking about he was nearly almost the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Tony Dungy was talking to him before the thing, and I said, that's crazy to think, because if Dante Culpepper is going to be a Buccaneer, Brad Johnson never exists.
Just imagine when I love all my quarterbacks. Just imagine if Dante Culpepper was a Buck, though. That'd be
Well,
nuts.
it just changes everything at that point, because you're not sure if Tony loses his job. Maybe he's good enough offensively. Still, John Gruden comes in.
Who was that? We had Sean King because Trent Dilfer got hurt, didn't he?
Correct.
So I mean,
99 and 2000 was around the 2000
and
year.
went to the NFC Championship with Sean King.
Yeah.
I mean,
changes everything, doesn't it?
I mean,
wow. I didn't even think about Sean King. You just threw that out there. That's amazing stuff. You don't get that anywhere besides the evolution of sports talk television.
I'm working on Sean King for one of our shows. I've been back and forth with him on Instagram.
Love to have Sean King on here. No Sean King from the old radio days.
He's a great commentator and analyst, bro.
All right, hold on. What we got? Update?
I just hollered at Dwight Smith. So Louis talked to him. He promised Louis. The other guy talked to him, but I said, can you come to us? You get a second? So
we got him.
So he's coming.
We'll get him.
We'll get him. So
give me. Yeah. Thank you for the update, Abraham. Appreciate you. Update from Abraham right there. V Cherry.
Sorry, Peter. I mean,
No. It's okay. We're live here. It's okay. It's fluidity here on the Evolution. You know, it's not a radio show. It's not a TV show.
It's fluid.
It's fluid.
It's fluid.
You got DJ UPS, Mr. J Pringle doing big things there on TikTok. What's your following?
Rest in peace, Michael Annette.
Oh, who is that? I didn't see that.
Driver.
Former NASCAR driver. I didn't see that, Chris Cole. Thank you very much for that. Awesome stuff, brother. Go Bucks. Yeah, go Bucks. He says it. Go Bucks.
We got Jimmy Giles back here, too.
We got Jimmy Giles?
Jimmy Giles.
He said go Bucks. You know what Todd thinks about Jimmy Giles?
It's exciting!
You know what Todd Bowles thinks about Jimmy Giles?
We got the job, baby!
There you go. Go Bucks.
I need y'all to turn up tomorrow. I can't come to the game tomorrow. I need y'all to big hat it up for me. I need y'all out there loud as a I need y'all.
Well, you're gonna be out. You're gonna be here tomorrow, or you're gonna be out there tomorrow.
I'll be here tomorrow.
But the rumor is not Thursday night, because Thursday night's a night game. So I don't think we'll be doing, because I get off at 5:30 at Smart Financial. Once again, shout out to Smart Financial, great stuff there. But the Sunday afterwards, because you get a 10-day break, we'll be back on the road against the Carolina Panthers. There's a rumor that you're going to be there at Tampa Joe's.
Tampa Joe's.
Yeah, baby.
I've been fiending for these wings for months.
Okay. All right. No, we listen. We'll get him on if he wants to come on. It's all good. But yeah, Tampa Joe's, 9316 Anderson Road. We got you ready for a Bucks away watch party, and I need a guy like you to rile up the crowd. I really do.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I got you.
So,
I got you.
How you doing, Dwight Smith? Yeah, man. All right, so we'll go and get him on whenever he's done with whatever he's doing there. But I appreciate you as always, DJ UPS. Yes, sir. Get that link on really quick, because I want you to. Can you connect and walk? Because I want people to see what you're doing here, what we're doing. If you can. We'll get that link up there, and we'll show you what is going on here at the Florida State Expo at the Florida State Fairgrounds, of course. Card show with Mr. DJ UPS. And, of course, we got open phone lines if you want to call up and talk to us here, as we're expecting Mr. Dwight Smith here. Oh, look at that. So you are. So do me a favor.
How can you switch the –
Well, no, you're just going to do – we got to switch your phone around. I just want you to walk around the place. I'll get you on.
I got you.
You got me?
Yeah.
All right. So we'll go out to this comment, or actually, let's go ahead and do this. You can hear me, right? Okay. So there you go. All right. So he's going to walk around here. Go ahead, DJ UPS. Walk around really quick. And That's okay. Okay. All right. So we're getting around here. This is what you got at the Florida State Expo. We're walking around here. And look at all these card vendors. We got the frame guy there also. Look at this. Look at that. I mean, if you're a sports fan, you're going to love that. You're going to have to love that. Look at this.
I did a lot of search, a lot of people sent me good stuff. I never seen it.
So you can see whether you're a baseball fan, whether you're a football fan at that point, good stuff. Great stuff there. Yeah. What you get here at the Florida State Expo is we're giving you the sights and sounds of it all.
Yeah, we might enjoy that tonight.
All over the place. You've got food here, you got concessions, you've got card vendors, you've got signed cards, sports items, everything you want. Yes.
I'm gonna come back.
All right.
I've been doing breaks and losing.
All right, DJ UPS, we appreciate the time here. Thank you very much, and we'll back. I just want to give like a little sights and sounds here of what you're missing out on if you're not down here at the Florida State Fairgrounds all weekend here on the Evolution of Sports Talk Television. There you go. You walked around. Pretty impressive. Let's go and see that. Let's see that right there. We see that. Give me that. I may just look at that.
That's awesome.
Look at that. Super Bowl MVP right there. Possibly Super Bowl MVP. Dwight Smith. He wasn't the MVP, but he says, is that Dexter Jackson right there?
Yeah,
that is Dexter
that's
Jackson.
Number 34.
Dexter Jackson right there.
Another Florida State alum.
Oh, we won't brag about that, but yes, very true. Very true. You got Mike Allstott, I believe, right there, number 40.
Mm-hmm.
How about that? Look at that. And then you got Dwight Smith right there, number 26 right there. Good stuff. All right. So open phone lines if you want to talk about what I don't know where you go at this point. 727-255-0391 and 727-255-0391. Along here, yours truly, Peter Blake, your Rolex reporter, along with Mr. Abraham V. Cherry here on the Sports Web Live. So let's go ahead. We'll go out to this comment here. Frankly, I am so sure he won't make it to 6 years. I'm willing to make a wager with you, Peter. I'll buy you dinner if I'm wrong, and I hope I'm wrong. How confident are you, Peter? I am very, very confident when it comes to the USF Bulls. As you know, I love meeting Rob Higgins in the.
I think that stadium is going to be the game changer right there.
Well, on campus stadium in just a couple of years.
Yeah, so that's going to be the game changer, and they can always renegotiate his contract.
Yes.
So, that stadium, that's going to make the big difference. Okay.
I think so too. I absolutely think it will, and I'm looking forward to it. I'm absolutely looking forward to that, and looking forward to everything else today, and looking forward to having Dwight Smith on and Jimmy Giles and whoever else wants to come on. Peter Warwick.
Yeah.
P-Dub.
Yeah, I talked to Peter. So
he was a hell of a player in his day, man. You kids don't even know when it comes to great college football players in their day. Peter Warwick. What's your memory? You remember about Peter Warwick?
Oh, he's dynamic. I told him you're the best wide receiver in Florida State history. And one of my friends from high school play with him, so on the Seminoles. And so I told him I'm from Deion Sanders from my hometown. And yeah, so he knows my friend James Chaney. He's actually, James Chaney is on Deion's staff at Colorado. So
how about that? Mm-hmm. You know some people, Abraham. Mm-hmm. Definitely.
Yeah, because that's how I talked to Casey Weldon, and one of my friends that he played with Casey. Two of my friends actually played with Casey.
Yeah.
And on that roster. So I called my friend and told him, hey, I got one of your teammates from Florida State with me, and Casey and him were talking before you got here, Peter. So that's how I got Casey to come in. Join us here.
There you go. Mm-hmm. Good stuff.
Yes, I got some Florida State connections.
You got some
from Deion Sanders' hometown, Fort Myers, Florida.
There you go, Florida State right there. Let's see here. So I will bet you Denner Cole. I'll definitely bet you. I definitely am confident that he could stay the full 6 years.
I think there's nothing like being able to build a program from scratch and take it to the next cusp. I think.
Well, listen, let's just put it out there. Before Alex Golish got there, the program was in shambles.
Yeah.
You know, with Coach Scott, it was not a pretty picture. And again, I think I know they're going in the right direction. Just talking to the people that I know there, they're going in the right direction.
I mean, the opportunity to take a program to the next level, a lot of coaches won't get that opportunity. So you already got an established program. You got a chance to make a program elite.
Yes.
And that's what he signed up for.
I was going to take that helmet. So you had to get that out of here right then and there. I was getting ready to take that helmet, put it on the Bucks wall somewhere.
Mm-hmm. So
in the studio.
Yeah,
yes.
Me and Peter had a few conversations about Florida State football. So
we have.
Yeah, me and Peter.
We've had some conversations about USF football, and who knows? Maybe Byron Brown comes back. Maybe he doesn't. Maybe he goes to the NFL.
Well,
maybe he transfers over in the portal there with Auburn. Maybe not.
I doubt it. I mean, I don't know. Let's just be definitive. We can't. But the opportunity to play for a guy like Hartline, I mean, I don't think a lot of players will pass up that.
Right.
Coming from a national champion. They're probably going to repeat that as national champions this year, too, Ohio State.
I want to go out to Instagram Live. T-Wen. Hey, Peter. It's Watts. Namey Watts. Go FSU. Thank you very much. Namey right there. Appreciate you guys tuning in to the Evolution there on Instagram Live. Let me go out to CSB Brother Cole. Great job at the Expo, Peter. Abraham, well done also. Thank you, guys. Appreciate it.
Thanks.
We've been on for an hour and 30 minutes. Can you believe that? It has flown. I feel like we just got here. We just had an interview with Casey Weldon, and then we got Dante Culpepper. So it has flown by. We're looking forward to having some more athletes here on the Evolution of Sports Talk Television. And then, of course, keep on tuning in to the Sports Web tomorrow. Let's go out to Cole here. Cole, using your second call. Welcome back to the Evolution. What do you think of that interview with Dante Culpepper, huh?
That interview was one of the best interviews you've ever done. That guy is great, and you've got to find a way. I mean, mow the guy's lawn, do whatever you need to do to get him back on the show, because he's phenomenal. And
he is. Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? Like, do anything you got to do. You know what I'm saying?
Well,
babysit somebody's grandkids. You know what I'm saying? Like,
we're definitely going to work on getting him back on the Evolution of Sports Talk Television to talk quarterbacks. Very knowledgeable man, played in the game. And listen, I don't know about you, but I think if he played in this type of game where it's more focused on offense than defense, he even said it. He put up bigger numbers than he did with the Minnesota Vikings.
I agree. I agree completely. I mean, one of my friends, I'm personal friends with a backup over there at UCF, his backup at UCF, Chris Ryan, and this guy had an arm, and it was put to shame by Culpepper. Of course, many pros were put to shame by the arm of Culpepper. I mean, the way he ran. I mean, he had wheels too. Let's not forget.
Right.
I mean, he was a pocket passer by the time he went to Miami, but in Minnesota, he ran like crazy.
Well, he had the rhinoceros. Well, he had the injury right there. He had the injury there for a little bit. That definitely hurt him. That stupid mic is stupid.
He was like a running back and who could throw, and that's what Warren Sapp dreaded playing against him, because he called him the rhinoceros. He's hard to tackle.
Yes, very hard to tackle, and he even talked about it playing with Chris Carter, playing with Randy Moss. I called Randy Moss Randy Mice. I was so excited to talk to Culpepper because he's one of my
Randy Mouse.
Randy Moss, not Mice. Yes, easy for me to say. You gotta love it. But I mean, and I love the fact of when we first started talking, I thought John Gruden was going to get him because there was the rumor out there. He said that wasn't true, but he did substantiate the rumor that Tony Dungy at the time, the Buccaneer organization with Rich McKay, was really.
I don't know. I'm really excited. I would have been really excited to see that. I mean, my favorite quarterback as a Buccaneer, only because I knew him personally, is Doug Williams. But secondly, right up there is Brad Johnson. And to say I would give up the Brad Johnson experience to have the possibility of a Culpepper. And Culpepper at 15 to the Bucs instead of 11 to Minnesota. I mean, that was great. That was a great little nugget, Peter. That was fantastic what you did. I called in my second call. I want to get it out before you have another guest on here, because I know it can be fluid and immediate. But I honestly don't feel like he's going to make the 6 years at USF Heartline. I think we're going to have a lot of wide receivers come over here, because I mean we've already got a young wide receiver from Ohio State committed to USF already. So I think we're going to have some good people, but I think there's going to be another either an SEC or a Big Ten opening that's going to come calling. And I think there's going to, depending on what the buyout is, I think he's going to be gone. I really do. And it scares me.
I definitely think if this team has the success, if they continue to have that success,
I think they will.
Golish, I think they will too, if they have that. But again, I think what's very different about this situation is if USF gets to a bigger conference like an ACC, like a Big Ten, which has been talked about ad nauseum, we know that they have to do that eventually in order to compete with the big boys. But if you do that, I don't think there's any need at that point, because then you have the NIL money, you have all the money flowing in, you have the TV contracts, and then on top of that, you have an on-campus stadium, which should be major.
Yeah, the on-campus stadium is huge as well.
Love Raymond James Stadium. It's just not conducive.
Well, here's the thing about Raymond James Stadium. It was needed because at the time we started, we were a Division II school. So, like, if you're a Division II school and you get to play on a pro field, that's a big recruiting bump. But as a Division I school, that's a different deal. And also, I wanted to mention that Golish made a little dig at USF in his Auburn press conference, because he's like, I wanted to come here to win at an elite level. I mean, there's winning, and then there's winning at an elite level. And I felt like that was a little bit of a dig at USF, winning and then winning at an elite level. And so, I think that there's going to be that temptation for Heartline down the road, maybe 2, maybe 3 years, once he's won a conference title with American or whatever. I mean, I think they're going to have some success. I just don't know if he's going to stick around.
I want to add something to what you said. I just think we're going to get to that elite level that he's not going to want to leave. So that's
okay.
Okay, that's.
I hope so. I hope I'm wrong. I want to say that right out. But I hope I'm wrong. But I just don't think I will.
I will definitely take your food, but I will definitely invite you out in a couple of weeks to Tampa Joe's. Get out there, my old friend. 9316 Anderson Road, as we get you ready for Bucks versus the Panthers. Away watch parties for your Tampa Bay Buccaneers. I want you to join me out there, my friend.
Most definitely, man.
All
I'll take you up on it, man. And listen, if I'm right, then I want you to pay up on that bet. You know what I'm saying? Like, when it comes time.
I got you.
When he makes that move.
I got
All
you.
right, so I'll talk to you later, man.
All right.
See you over at Tampa Joe's. Take care.
All right, Tampa Joe's there in a couple of weeks. Hopefully you're out there. We already know that DJ UPS may be getting out there. I know that they're home this week, and then, of course, they're home for the Atlanta Falcons on Thursday Night Prime with the creamsicle uniforms. And speaking of creamsicle, we're expected to have Mr. Jimmy Giles of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Met him some years ago when I was doing radio, first jobs in radio at 10:10 a.m. So it'll be good to see him again and talk to him and ask him what he thinks about this season and ask him about the history of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. And, oh, by the way, I mean, if you're a Bucs fan, I mean, not only tune into this show, but Amazon Prime, next Thursday, they start a 10-part series for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers in the 50 years. 50 years for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. I'm looking forward to seeing that. What did you think about that? What was going on, DJ UPS right there doing his thing? But what did you think about that? Amazon Prime.
That's a good move on their part, especially the 50th year.
Yeah.
Creating a docuseries on the team. Because I've seen stuff on YouTube from the team, but now they're going to put it in another platform, which I think is good.
I love it.
Yep.
I'm looking forward to it. What's the era that you're looking forward to? Is it the 2020 with the Tom Brady era? Is it the 2002? Is it before that with the Bucs? A lot of people don't know this. Again, first 2 years, 0-26. and then after that, they turned it around. Which consequently, by the way, they picked up their first win versus the New Orleans Saints in 1977. That just came up, by the way, December 13th.
My thing is, like, I became a Bucs fan during the Tony Dungy era. And I like the fact he built that defense, but they just couldn't put any offense there.
Right.
Then they hired Gruden.
Unless they got Dante Culpepper.
Yeah, but well, they hired John Gruden. He brought that West Coast offense.
Yes.
And he took it to the next level. And I told him when I spoke to Coach Gruden here last time, I said two things. I'm a Hooters guy like you. Number two, I got one thing to say to you. We will always be eternally grateful to you for bringing the first Super Bowl to him. He fist bumped me. And I called him Chucky. He loved it.
I know. We couldn't get him on the Sports Web because he was doing Barstool Sports there, doing great things. So congratulations to him and everything. I thought he would definitely be a candidate for USF coaching job, but he's not. So we'll see. Maybe he wants to coach in the National Football League. We'll see how that all works out. But anything you guys want to talk about today, it is wide open. It is on the table. 727-255-0391. It's 727-255-0391.
Coming? Peter Warwick?
Hold on. We'll see if we can get him on the evolution here. We just saw Peter Warwick. We'll see if we can talk to him for just a little bit. Open phone lines. We'll see if we can get him on and get anybody else on here on the Sports Web doing his thing, as always, here on signing all kinds of sports items and everything else. So he's busy. Everybody else is busy. But when we can get their time, we could definitely appreciate their time, as always. So open phone lines, of course. Facebook stars are open. YouTube super chats if you want to give to the content. If you like the content, give to the content. Very simple at this point, as you can always watch the replay of this show to see Casey Weldon with this bum mic at first. I guess I didn't. And then we got that worked out. And then, of course, a great interview with Dante Culpepper. And we're looking forward to having some other great guests on here on the Evolution.
I'm just taking a glance at Jimmy Giles. That's what I was doing.
Right. What is he doing back there?
He's signing.
Signing still.
Yeah.
Look forward to getting him on. One of the greatest tight ends, not named Rob Gronkowski of all time. And Jimmy Giles.
Yep.
With Doug Williams.
Yep.
I always say, my dad's responsible for making me a sports broadcaster, but one of the main stories that I always got told, it was my mom. She always remembers Jimmy Giles and Doug Williams. True story. He told me all the time, 70s.
Is your mom watching you?
She always watches, I think.
Okay, that's cool.
I think she's watching.
All right.
I think she's watching. You know what? Let's see. Let's see if she's watching. I'm going to text her right now and see if she is watching. As I'm doing this on air, you can hear me text in. Are you watching? Because I'm talking about you right now. Are you watching? Because I'm talking about you. There you go. All right. So good stuff there. So what do you think about this game tomorrow? You're looking at it.
It's a division rival. They're going to give you their best, the Saints.
Yeah.
And there's no love between the Bucs and the Saints. And you know what? But just like Baker said, we hate them. They hate us. And we gotta beat these guys to go to next week.
Yeah, last performance, 23-3. It was not even a game at that point. The offense struggled. I think that's more Baker Mayfield being hurt.
This is going to be a statement game because this is a game that they're going to be on the way back to being, that aggressive killer instinct that I didn't see last week.
Right.
A win is a win, but that killer instinct, we got to get it back, and we're going to get it back.
Yep.
And we're going to get some more guys healthy back, and we're going to dominate. So
let's go out to Christopher Cole. He says Hartline will be at USF for at least 4 years. I agree. Or longer. Because everybody, again, you're thinking that, this is not a destination job. I definitely disagree with that. It is definitely a destination, can be a destination. Once again, joining a bigger conference, having an on-campus stadium, having guys in charge like Higgins and Brooks. And I love meeting Rob Higgins there for a short conversation. And the thing that I loved about it, he asked me right away, you from Tampa? I'm from Tampa. Yes, I'm from here. This is a personal thing. When we do a show like this, when they're building that program, in my opinion, over at USF, it's a personal thing. They want to put this program on the map. They've been able to do this a couple of weeks ago They had an opportunity this year. There was a great opportunity. If you beat Memphis, if you beat Navy, you're not able to do that. But if you do it, it's different. ESPN realized it. Put this team on the map. Put this program on the map.
Yeah, I like what ESPN did because they see the potential in this program.
So
USF is not some like stepping stone for coaches. So it's going to be a destination where coaches want to go to and coach.
Yeah.
So how long he's going to stay, it's up for debate. I don't want to get into that debate right now. Let's just enjoy the moment right now. Let's not procrastinate about the future.
Good pick, by the way.
Yep.
Good picks.
Yep.
Thank you. Besides the one where I'm closing my eyes, which I have no idea what
It's all good, man.
Abraham V. Cherry, I'm your host, Peter Blake, here on the Sports Web. Open phone line, 727-255-0391. It's 727-255-0391, live here from the Florida State Expo at the Florida State Fairgrounds. In case you missed it, we had former Florida State quarterback on, Casey Weldon, and, of course, now UCF legend Dante Culpepper, who was up for the Heisman at that point for the UCF Golden Knights. And he even put it out there. That rivalry needs to come back. The I-4 war needs to come back. I like to see that come back for this USF Bulls team. And then also we get you ready for Bucks versus the New Orleans Saints in this game.
Yeah, this is not
What's your biggest concern? Is it Chris Olave, who showed out last week? What is it?
My
for
biggest
the Saints?
concern is the quarterback because he's good. So when I saw the first game against him, I saw improvement in their play after he stepped. So they need to contain him and shut him down. Don't give him any kind of confidence that
confidence at all.
Yep. Don't give him any kind of confidence. That quarterback is the one that concerns me the most because I saw a big change in the way the Saints executed after he came in.
Yes.
So the Bucs should be ready to play.
Tyler Schau, by the way,
Tyler
who
Schau.
they gave the Miami Dolphins everything they could handle last week, and Miami is starting to play better football as they're at 5-7. They'll face the Bucs here in about 3 weeks on the road.
Yeah,
It'll
so
be a tough game.
No game is going to be easy. Every game you got to play like it's your last game. That's what I say.
Yeah.
One game at a time.
Agree.
That's it.
Agree.
One game at a time.
One game at a time.
Just straight ahead.
Not looking ahead, like Baker Mayfield was talking about in his press conference
One
this
game
week.
at a time. That's it.
So Schau last week, 26 for 38, 239, 2 touchdowns, 1 interception. Rookie quarterback they drafted out of Louisville.
He's
their biggest concern?
Yep.
Okay.
That's it. He's
All
the X
right.
factor.
All right.
That's it. So.
And it looks like no Alvin Kamara. We'll see if he plays this week.
I don't care who's there, who's
well,
not there.
Alvin Kamara has been a Bucs killer.
Yeah, I know, but
so
any game against the Saints is never going to be easy. Don't look at their record. Just know that it's one of our division rivals, and we don't like them. They don't like us. And
let's go out to Harry the Greek. Greek, if you want to come on and jump on here, I don't know what you're doing right now. If you want to call in with us, because we're live here from the Florida State Expo. Hopefully the internet looks good. It looks great to me right now. Does that not look good?
Yeah.
I love that. We got no, throttling, no nonsense at this point. Thanks again to AT&T on Gun Highway. Harry says only one player concerns me with New Orleans. It's definitely not the quarterback. So laugh out loud. What player on the Saints, if you will grace us with your presence, Harry the Greek, as I wish you were out here because you could have got a chance to talk to Casey Weldon and Dante Culpepper and some other guests here. We'll see who we get on. If we get on any more guests, we don't, then we'll just end the show off, and we'll see tomorrow afternoon here or tomorrow morning. I'd be remiss that we'll have Tampa Bay Ray Kennedy on.
I'll
live
try
from
to drop
What the
in.
Buck.
I'll try to drop in because
we got you in there before too. Scott Bradford got you in. We got you on the Evolution there. Got some food. Got Wicked Oak Barbecue. That's always great. Let's go out to Jim. Let's go, Peter H. Blake. Let's go, Jim.
Damn it, Jim, what the hell's the matter with you?
There you go. Become a fun webhead here.
What's up?
He's not playing tomorrow, Bucks by 20. Yeah, I think that's Alvin Kamara. That's who my biggest concern is. That's always my biggest concern is Alvin Kamara. If he's not playing, you have an opportunity. Harry says Bucks by 20. So if you want to call in, Harry or anybody else here, get on the phone lines. Use your second call if you already called, no matter what. 727-255-0391. It's 727-255-0391. Yes.
Kamara's always been a threat, but what the thing is,
Always a threat.
Always been a threat.
Bucks killer.
But what I saw the difference in play between that previous quarterback they had and the new guy, that the way he started playing a lot better.
You're not a big Spencer Rattler fan. That's what you're saying.
Yeah. Rattler, I don't think because I remember that one tip interception that Anthony Nelson got, that Nelly got. So,
Yes.
So they benched him, and then they started playing a lot better after they benched him,
right,
and brought the new quarterback in. So
yeah,
Tyler Show.
Yes. Well, I thought it was Shuff. Is it Chow or Shuff?
I have no idea, but I say Show, I'm worried about him, but.
I think it's Chow. Is it Chow or Shuff?
Yeah, don't let any team's record fool you, because they're better than what their record is. Even the Cardinals were a better team than their record. A lot of their losses were close, and they do have a good coach, but they don't have a winning record.
All right, let's go out to Cole here. Jimmy was great. I love playing Madden with the 79 Bucks team. Yep. More known for defense than offense, but they still had some weapons there. Ricky Bell, Jimmy Giles. Man. Saying his name, getting him on the evolution of sports talk television. You can do that in Madden. That's the reason why you play Madden in the first place there. Let's see. Jim says hello to you, my friend.
Oh, yeah.
Lamar says aloha, guys. Aloha to you from Oregon. We always love those Bucks fans tuning in from Oregon. Cole says, from your lips to God's ears, Harry. And Christopher Cole here, your video is crisp and clean. Boom, baby, boom. That's what I'm talking about. Best comment of the day. What you would try to, because the couple months ago, man, I was disappointed. But those interviews came out well. We got some good interviews today. So on the phone line, 727-255-0391 and 727-255-0391. You go around the rest of the NFL. How surprised are you? Because we kind of talk about this a lot on this show about the Chicago Bears, the number one seed.
I saw that coming when they hired Ben Johnson, but I didn't think they'd come to that level this year. But even the Patriots, they surprised me. They're doing good. I mean, I think they got a solid team. I mean, no team. It's the NFL. I mean, they may be sorry today. They may be the great team next year. Depends on what they put on the field. And I'm
still
really
signing, huh?
Yeah, I'm still surprised. I mean, with the Bears, and I'm surprised with the Patriots. But my thing is, you can have a dominant regular season, but playoff football is another season altogether. So
it is. It really is. It's a new season, so we'll see. We'll see what they can do.
Yep.
We'll see what.
I'm not dissing nobody's team. I'm just saying. I'm just keeping it real. That's the NFL.
Yeah, it is the NFL. You're absolutely correct
not for
about
long.
that. Not for long. Yes.
Just like Jerry Glanville said back in the day.
Yes, you gotta love that.
For him.
Got to love all that. Gotta love it. So, all right. So we'll continue to read comments. We'll wait for guests to come out here, and we'll talk with you about what you think about I'll throw it out there right now because we usually do it on Sunday. We'll do it today. What's your confidence level with this Tampa Bay Buccaneer team from 1 to 10? Who is the player that you think will show out versus the Saints? Who's the most concerning player on this team? Speaking of Brian Hartline, going back to it, there's a receiver right there, Chris Olave, Emeka Ibuka. He's being introduced on Monday. Just once again, another receiver. Yes.
One concern I have is with the pass defense. They've been picking on Zion. Zion's a good player, but I just think he just lost his little confidence, and he's just going through. I just hope he gets his swag back.
Yeah.
And I know that they've been attacking certain areas of the defense for the big plays. I hope we don't give up those big plays.
Yeah.
I know that Levante has lost a step. He's still a great linebacker.
Had Levante here just a couple months ago at the Expo. Yes.
Yeah. I hope that Servase steps it up. I hope that the pass rush can get to the quarterback and sack him.
Well, they were able to do that last time. Yeah. That was a real big game for Anthony Nelson. It was a big game for that Bucs defense.
That's why I'm worried about this new quarterback. that's why I say he concerns me because of the pass rush. The pass rush needs to step it up.
Yeah.
The pass rush needs to step it up. That's the key to the game right there, pass rush.
It's always a game. It's always the key to the game at this point.
So that's my biggest concern. That's why I'm worried about the quarterback. I'm just keeping it real. I mean, we can have all the talent, but if you can't contain the quarterback, give him too much time, he's going to pick you apart. He's going to tear your defense apart. So
yeah, absolutely. Day's going great, Lamar. Again, we had guests on. We had Casey Weldon to start the show, another Florida State quarterback. That's how you start the day. And then we had former UCF, almost said UFC, UCF quarterback, Mr. Dante, who could probably be in the UFC with how big he is still.
Yeah. Well, that's why they call him the rhinoceros.
They call you still go with that, the rhinoceros.
Yep.
That's what Warren Sapp said.
Yep.
I thought it was interesting what he had to say about Simeon Rice, because I think he's a Hall of Famer. He was in here last weekend doing the Ring of Honor thing. What do you think about Simeon Rice going into the Ring of Honor?
I think it's well earned. I mean, it's about time, because he was a dominant factor. I think he was a key factor in that Super Bowl drive, because that commanding edge rusher they needed on to complement Warren Sapp, Booger McFarland, and I think Greg Spires. Greg Spires is actually from my hometown area, Cape Coral, Fort Myers, Florida. He went to Florida State too, but he was a dominant. He was the key. Plus, you're talking about Todd Bowles dropping his rushers back.
Mom that said, yes, I am, son. Yeah, I was shouting you out before. I didn't see you. Come on there and give your message.
They're criticizing Todd Bowles for dropping his rushers back. Simeon Rice was one of those pass rushers who can drop back and cover, intercept the pass like a defensive back and run it back for a touchdown. So that was part of the John Gruden, Monty Kiffin defense, and even Tony Dungy defense. People are just criticizing about, just like defensive backs, defensive ends.
Well, it was a different defense. I mean, 3-4 defense from 4-3. You just rush from 4.
Well,
so
he had that kind of skill set, and even JPP did it. So,
I agree.
I don't understand why they're giving Todd Bowles a hard
because
time.
it's not working. Because it hasn't worked. Because you see the play breakdowns and the coverage busts with linebackers behind or trailing behind. It doesn't look good.
Yeah.
Because of Yaya Diaby, it's not a great matchup on a running back. Because an Anthony Nelson running 30, 40 down. Yards down the field. It's not a great matchup.
Is our OLBs need to get to the quarterback. Outside
That's
linebacker.
it.
That's it.
That's it.
That's the key to the game for the defense. Get not just pass rush, sack him, bring him down, create a loss of yardage so we can get a loss of downs, so they can turn the ball over to.
And I believe it is Tyler Shaw. So Tyler Shaw, get to Tyler Shaw.
Okay.
Yeah, get to him. And I think
that is the key to the game.
Right.
Sack the quarterback.
Well, I mean, again, that's what won you the first game, the first matchup, 23-3. We're on the Sports Web here live from the Florida State Expo, from the Florida State Fairgrounds. I'm your host, Peter Blake, your Rolex reporter, along with Mr. Abraham V. Cherry here, joining me as we are reading the comments. I see Greek commenting in. Greek, call me up or get on the video here. We love to have you. Love to hear your analysis. I gave out some picks this week. He even said, and I'll pat him on the back on this, you saw Thursday Night Football. A lot of people kind of favoring the Cowboys the way they're playing, but don't look now, the Detroit Lions, and that was a high-scoring game. If you took the over and you did exactly what the Greek said, you would have won yourself some shekels. Did you? Do you bet on games? Yes or no?
I'm a little bit conservative. Regarding that.
Well, you keep your bets low, and your winning's high.
I guess
that's what it is.
I'm going to stick with what Greek says. I'm going to try it, but
yeah.
I'm not a gambling guy, but I'll look into it.
Well, you can always be with the Greek. So he got some great picks out there. I don't know if he'll call in or he'll refresh our memory on this, maybe talk a little bit with us, or he's maybe doing some Greek things as always. We miss him here today. Hopefully health-wise he's good. Everything I've heard so far, he's been good. Been in a little bit of pain, but he's dealing with it. He's a trooper. He's playing through injuries, much like what Tristan Wirfs is playing through this week. Limited in practice all week, will be questionable. Something that bears watching, but I do believe he will play, even dealing with an oblique injury. So, all right, 727-255-0391 and 727-255-0391. So the day is going great. Lamar, thank you for asking. Did the Bulls get a bowl game? They did. It the Cure Bowl, C-U-R-E, Cure Bowl, which is in Orlando. Excited about that? I don't even know what time it is. What time is the Bulls?
It's next week, I think, on a Wednesday night. I'll watch it just to see how.
We may be out there for that, live from Tampa Joe's, so we'll see if we can get some Bulls fans to come out. Because we do a Bulls away watch parties there at Tampa Joe's, 9316 Anderson Road in Tampa, and just a couple weeks away from Carolina versus the Bucks. The Bucks being on the road at this point. looking forward to all that. That'll be great to see. So excited about that Carolina game. You're coming out for that, right? That away watch party.
Yeah, I'll try.
You've come out before.
Yeah.
Tell everybody why you come out to Tampa Joe's.
Because it's a great environment. It's like great food, great environment. So many TVs to watch. You got a live show, man. You got a live show there.
Live show.
And
Bucks fans.
You get a
Bulls fans.
You get a chance to be on the show if you got a good things to say about our team.
Well, even if you don't got good things to say about the team.
Even if you don't, I just saying.
Yeah.
I just added that.
You added that in there. You got to have good things to say about the team. We got some negative people there in the fan base.
Yeah.
Which, by the way, I want to go out to a guy that I love this soundbite. I got to play it. Yeah.
Go away. Go away. I will hold the door.
Leave. I love it. I love it. So anytime some of you people troll me, that's what I'm going to definitely play. But I was showing you the text message. I asked my mom if she was watching, she always watches every show, never misses one.
Yeah.
And she said, yeah, I'm watching it. But she doesn't come with her phrase, I'm watching the best sports talk show in the Tampa Bay area, the Sports Web. So we are away as the wind is coming through there. It's a nice day. We're waiting Dwight Smith to come on here,
Yeah.
Jimmy Giles, and just
Peter
a little
Warwick,
bit. And Peter Warwick, yes.
Let me see if where's Jimmy. Jimmy sign it.
Just stay there.
All right.
We'll get him on when we get him on.
All right.
My birthday is on Hump Day. Is your birthday on Hump Day? Well, happy birthday to you. I'm not. Damn it, Jim. How old?
Damn it, Jim. What the hell's the matter with you?
How old are you, Jim? That's what I want to know. Lamar, where are you guys located? What's going on in the background? Lots of signings. Athletes coming through here. We're in a back room. Going live from the Florida State Fairgrounds at the Florida State Expo card show here. Lots of sports items being signed. Lots of athletes walking around.
Peter Warwick is coming.
Okay.
Let me see.
Well, do me a favor. I think he's coming right now. Is this him? Hopefully we can get him on.
Hey.
Okay. Okay, good. So Peter Warwick,
Yep.
it looks like will join us here on the evolution of Sports Talk Television.
Mm-hmm.
So I will be. You see him; he still looks like he could play too.
Mm-hmm.
So playing
He's a well-built receiver. So, I mean, he's the best Florida receiver in Florida State history.
Definitely. So
I told him that you're the best receiver in Florida State.
what did he say to you when he
He
said
said
that?
thank you. I appreciate that.
So we got him ready to go.
Yeah, he's from Bradenton, actually. He's from
Bradenton Southeast.
Yep.
Yeah, I know my thing a little bit. We did a little bit of research
Yep.
before.
Yep.
Production meeting.
Mm-hmm.
As you were here earlier than me.
Yep.
Who'd you see when you got here earlier?
I saw the
BJ?
Yeah, I saw BJ Upton, and then that Tampa Bay Rays.
Carlos Pena?
I saw him, but I didn't.
Brett Phillips.
Yeah, Phillips.
Brett Phillips.
Yeah, Phillips. Yep.
Nice.
Yeah, I saw Phillips
Yeah.
about our show, but I mean, you didn't get here yet, so I'm like, he can't.
Well, we were set up. You just can't host the show like I can.
That's
of
you,
course.
man. That's all
That's
you.
me.
I'm the
But,
guest.
You're the co-host, man. You've done good. You've been here the last couple months when I needed somebody to co-host with me
Yeah.
because, I could sit here and talk all day long to the camera ad nauseum, but it's nice to have somebody to talk with.
Yeah, that's your show, bro.
It's your show too.
Yeah, I'm just kidding.
It's your show too,
Yeah.
man. It's everybody's. It's
Yeah.
the Webhead show.
Yeah.
It's Tampa Bay Sports Fan show. Here on a Saturday afternoon, which people are like, you're going live on a Saturday? Well, you could be out sleeping, watching college football, doing this, doing that. We're here.
Yep.
We're absolutely here on the Sports Web as I think Dwight Smith is going to come here in just a little bit. So we'll see if we can get him on, get him a quick interview and see if that'll work out. If not, then we tried. We got 2 guests on already. We'll try to get more on as it comes. I feel like it's like Radio Row. You never been down to Radio Row before, have you? Okay, so Radio Row is basically where all the radio stations, even some TV stations, I don't think they're streaming down there unless you're like NFL Network. You're down there, and all these people that are part of radio stations are going around like they're trying to sell a car, but instead they're trying to get guests on over and over again. So I gotta know. I was down there with JP Peterson when he was doing a show for 10:10 a.m. and then you're trying to get guests on, and the guy I got on at the time was Roy Jones Jr. So you have to not only sell him on the show. Yeah, we want to use as a guest, talk about whatever because at the time he was finding somebody, trying to promote something. There's guests down there trying to promote, athletes down there from yesteryear trying to promote something. We get you on, promote what you want to promote, and then it's, quick 2-3 minutes, and boom, you're off. So you get Roy Jones Jr. I tell this story all the time, being down at Radio Row. I think it's like 2012 down in Miami at the time. And I believe that New Orleans wins the Super Bowl. I think it's 2011, so 2012 is the year. Down there, get Roy Jones Jr. The thing I tell him to keep him occupied. How come you didn't do Rocky Balboa? I didn't want to do Rocky Balboa. I heard Stallone really wanted. No, I didn't want to do Rocky Balboa. Okay. Not much from Roy Jones. So get him to the table. He gets the interview done. But that's just how it is. So it's kind of like the same thing. Like you got athletes walking around all the time. I don't have anybody. I got you, my friend, and you're shouting them out. You're trying to get them on here. You're telling them about the evolution of sports talk television. We appreciate you. So you'd be great down at Radio Row. But all kinds of celebrities walking around at that time. You had Grown Ups going on, which had Adam Sandler and David Spade.
Is that still going on now?
Well, no, it's not going on. It was going on before.
Okay, good.
At the time, it was a popular movie.
Oh, really?
So they were all down there at Radio Row trying to promote it.
Okay.
So you've seen David Spade, you've seen Adam Sandler, maybe even a little. I didn't see Chris Rock down there, but I heard he was down there too.
Oh, that's cool.
Rob Snyder, they were all down there.
That's cool.
All hanging out and trying to promote something. So very cool. All right, so man, happy birthday to you. Where are you guys located? What's going on in the background? We told you that. My confidence is innate. Excited that both Mike and Jalen were able to practice in good spirits. Godwin Jr. getting back into his route rhythm. Looking forward to the line being cleaned up a little bit more for runs and the defense as a whole. Smith. Oh, look at here.
All right.
I'm looking forward to this one.
This guy nailed it in Super Bowl 37. And
yes, he did.
Really grateful for him and his role in the defensive backfield for John Gruden.
Oh, he can go ahead and introduce himself here. Dwight Smith, let me go ahead and get this on right here. Stand by. All right. We got you right here, Dwight Smith.
Oh.
Welcome to the evolution of sports talk television, my friend. How you doing?
Man, way better than I deserve, brother. How about yourself?
I'm doing great. It's great to get you on here. A lot of Bucs fans excited to hear from you. Let's start out with it. Super Bowl 37. We'll take a pic really quick here. There we go. You got it? Okay. Load it up there. And when you got it, we got the photo opportunity. But get close to that mic if you can, or grab onto it if you can. Whatever.
I got you.
You got me.
Yes, sir.
All right. So Dwight Smith, Super Bowl 37 winner right there. Did you think that you should have been the MVP of that game, in your opinion?
No, sir.
No, sir.
No, sir.
No, sir.
My last interception came with 4 seconds left in the game.
Okay.
So guys already had their kids on the sideline.
Right.
So the game was already in hand.
Yeah.
I tell people Derek Brooks' interception was the one that really sealed the game. So if that would have been my second interception, I can see the argument for me winning MVP. But my last one came, it was no time really on the clock. And the thing that God does, man, God works in mysterious ways. They choose a Super Bowl MVP every year. I got a record that can stand forever.
Yes.
So I would rather have the record than the MVP.
Love it.
So
talk about that year. Fantastic year, Super Bowl 37. John Gruden coming in, one of the greatest defenses of all time, if not all time. Talk about that whole experience that year, Super Bowl 37, 2002 there for you, Dwight.
Well, it started off bittersweet.
Right.
Because I was drafted by Dungy. And, you know, the way Dungy was let go the year before was still a sour taste in a lot of our guys' mouths. But Gruden came in and was a whole new energy. You know, he won us over with his energy and his vision for the team, his vision for the defense. He challenged us to score the most touchdowns the defense have ever scored if we thought we were so good because of us talking so much at practice. So he was a guy who challenged us. And, you know, his new energy, his infectious energy, his vision, it was all pretty good for us guys.
Talk about the differences between Tony Dungy and John Gruden. A lot of people, always say the reason why you make the change in the first place to White is because Tony Dungy couldn't get them over the top. You feel differently, I know that, but you needed a new voice. Talk about the differences between Tony Dungy and John Gruden, in your opinion.
Yeah, I mean, the thing is, people would like to say that Dungy shouldn't have left, but it's
Right.
kind of like Andy Reid leaving Philly,
Right.
going to Kansas City. You know, a lot of times your voice gets kind of stale in the place that you're in,
Yeah.
and you just need some new guys to motivate.
Yeah.
Right. So it isn't anything bad. It isn't anything. I think we're seeing that right now in Pittsburgh with Mike Tomlin. You know, it's not that he's not a great coach. He's not a Hall of Fame coach, but your voice and your thing can be coming stale to the locker room.
Right.
And you might need to go somewhere else where some guys need that type of motivation.
Yeah.
So it works always, but Dungy went and won him a Super Bowl in Indianapolis.
Yes.
So, I mean, everything works out how it's supposed to work out.
Right.
So, hey.
Dwight Smith there, Super Bowl 37 winner for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, the 50th season for the Bucs. You're a part of it. You got the shirt on. Just go back to playing. We'll talk about that in a little bit, but talk about playing with guys like Rondé Barber, who's a Hall of Famer, John Lynch, who's a Hall of Famer, Dexter Jackson, who's the MVP, Brian Kelly. Talk about that back end overall, playing with them, and then, of course, yourself.
Well, when you have a front line with Warren Sapp and Simeon Rice on it,
Yeah.
it's going to make the back end a whole lot easier.
Right.
You know, the quarterbacks holding on to the ball or pumping the ball, and that's not happening.
Yeah.
So you can be very precise in your reads. You can what you study in film, you can really believe in, because you know the ball's going to come out when it's supposed to come out because of those guys. And then when you have a leader like Derek Brooks, who's going to make sure that everybody is doing everything they're supposed to do during the week, not just on game day, but during the week, you know, it's going to kind of be hard to fail.
Yeah.
You know, and as a young guy at that time, you just don't want to mess up.
Yes.
When you're on the field with Warren Sapp and John Lynch and Derek Brooks and Rondé Barber and Brian Kelly. And
Yes.
You just don't want to be the reason that the play get, they score a touchdown. You know what I mean? So it makes you go and want to do your job that much better.
You talked about Derek Brooks. A lot of people say he's soft-spoken. Behind the scenes, can you give us a good Derek Brooks story to where he wasn't so soft-spoken, or maybe you made a mistake you like to talk about now being out of the NFL where a leader held you accountable?
Well, I don't know about those stories, but I will tell a story that he might need to be arrested for, okay?
Okay.
The man used to put ice on the sauna, on the machine in the sauna, and lock you in there, okay? You couldn't leave until he left. And I mean, you would be in there dying, okay? That sauna would be so damn hot, I think the man should still get charged for it.
Yeah. Love it. Love it. Good stuff there, Dwight Smith. You're a part of the 50th celebration. What's it like to be a part of a great organization like the Tampa Bay Buccaneers?
I mean, growing up in the city of Detroit, you never could dream of something like this happening.
Right.
Right. You know, you come from a humble background, parents. You don't expect to ever win a Super Bowl or be a part of the NFL, this big conglomerate that they have. And they just text me the other day. They want to do an interview because it's only been 236 people to score touchdowns in the Super Bowl.
Amazing.
Right?
Yeah.
So to think of, I'm only one of 236 people. Like, you can't fathom these things.
You ready for this? You ready for this? That's amazing stuff, my friend. And also, that's not the only thing. You actually got shouted out by Hall of Famer Antonio Gates. Talk about that, because you guys are from the same area, right? Detroit.
Yes. Our daddies was best friends. So we knew each other before we knew each other.
Right.
Like when wives was making them keep the kids, we was playing with each other.
Right.
So this is a guy I went to elementary, middle, and high school with. A great friend of mine. Never thought that he would do this in football because basketball was his game when we were growing up.
Right.
So to see him be able to transition and become one of the greatest in a second sport, I mean, it just speaks to him. Just speaks to, the greatness that's inside of him.
You talk about the greatness and Simeon Rice going in the Ring of Honor last week. You played with Sim. People say he was a one-dimensional guy. First, let's go ahead and dissect that. He wasn't a one-dimensional guy, right? Come on.
Well, I want to know, what do they consider one-dimensional?
Well, just getting after the quarterback. But by the way, Dwight, they pay guys over $20 million to do that. So
I don't understand what they mean. Like you
couldn't play the run. That's what they say.
All right. Well, I be wanting to see these people who make these assumptions.
Thank you.
You know what I mean? Like I would like them to put a reel together of him not playing the run.
Right.
Because I will put a reel together of him playing the run.
Right.
Right. So everybody misses plays. Everybody they that was the biggest thing they tell you about Deion Sanders.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
That he couldn't tackle.
Yeah.
It wasn't that he couldn't tackle, it's that he didn't want to.
Yes.
When he had to,
right,
he tackled.
Right.
He made the tackle. So like he just didn't enjoy tackling.
Yeah.
That doesn't mean you can't do it.
Right.
You get me? So when you hear these fans, like I be wanting them to put together a reel to show me what they're talking about.
Good stuff there, Dwight Smith, Super Bowl 37 winning for your Tampa Bay Buccaneers at this point. Talk about the late, great Monty Kiffin.
Mm-hmm.
Defensive coordinator of that crew, and talk about some of the coaches that were a part of that team. Go ahead and refresh everybody who was a part of that, because there's some names.
Yes, well, the defensive side, our coordinator, Monty.
Yeah.
Our D-line coach, Rob Marinelli.
Love it.
Our linebacker coach, Joe Barry.
There you go.
And our DB coach, Mike Tomlin.
Mike Tomlin.
Right.
Well, who still the Glazers say to this day that was a big mistake of letting him out of that building, because he should have been the eventual coach, maybe for Coach Gruden before that. But of course, Tomlin goes on to great big things for the Pittsburgh Steelers.
He was with me in Minnesota also for a year.
That is correct.
As the D coordinator. So I played for Mike 5 out of my 8 years in the NFL. So he's a guy I think I know, pretty well.
Right.
And I went and played. Joe Barry was my D coordinator in Detroit. Rob Marinelli was the head coach in Detroit. So these are all these coaches I played with in more than just one place.
Yeah.
But they were guys who were going to hold the best in the room accountable.
Okay.
Right? So John Lynch and Rondé Barber in the DB room. Mike Tomlin is going to hold them accountable.
Love it.
Derek Brooke, Joe Barry is going to hold them accountable. Warren Sapp, Rob Marinelli's going. So as a young player, when you see this accountability by the tops, you understand your job.
Mm-hmm.
You can't come in with excuses. You can't come in saying what, because the tops are being held to a certain standard.
Right.
So
do you think you're watching this team? Let's go to this team right now, 2025. Much has been made about the defense and Todd Bowles and some of the defensive breakdowns. They keep on talking about accountability. Is that what you see when you see Zion McCollum with technique? Is it technique or is it accountability? What is it about this defense? What do you think turns around this defense? Because they've had their fair share of problems of having wide receivers open, but they did a good job last week. A team, I get it, Arizona, not a great team, but coming in, averaging 23 points, holding them to 17. Good things there. Does it start with the pass rush? Does it start with accountability? What does it start with, Dwight, to turn this defense around for Todd Bowles and crew, in your opinion?
Well, first off, pass rush covers up a lot of stuff. Okay, it's like makeup.
Yeah.
All right. So if your DBs aren't as good as you think they should be, pass rush, makes up for that.
Right.
So when we're talking about McCollum, I haven't watched enough film of him to know if it's technique, if it's too much time the quarterback's getting. I have no clue.
Right.
But I just know when I was playing, if we had the rush up front and we weren't covering, Sapp would be,
Talk about playing with Sapp, because you keep on talking about him. You talk about Rice. First and foremost, Rice is a Hall of Famer in your opinion, right?
Yes.
Okay. Talk about Warren Sapp. He's, of course, a Hall of Famer already. What's it like to play with a character like that? A guy as a 3 technique in that Tampa 2 defense, which I don't think you're ever going to see again. What's it like playing with Warren Sapp?
Well, I didn't know what it was like really until I went to play with the Saints.
Right.
Right. So I get to the Saints and I'm seeing all these new run plays like I had never seen.
Yeah.
So I call Mike Tomlin. I say, Mike, you told me you had me ready for the world. What's going on here? He said, we never had to plan for those plays because teams couldn't run them because Sapp was on the team.
Yeah.
So this man literally took plays out of playbooks. That's how great of a player this dude was. You can't even run half your offense because Sapp's on the other team.
Love it.
So that's what I feel makes a first ballot Hall of Famer.
Yeah.
When you hear somebody, when we played against Randy Moss, we changed our whole defense. Okay, we got to have somebody over the top. We got so when you hear this being done in meeting, them are first ballot Hall of Famers.
We just had Dante Culpepper here on the Evolution. How tough was it to him to play against that Minnesota Vikings, him and Randy Moss? How tough was it to defend those guys?
Well, let me tell you this before I even get to that. I hit Culpepper one time. I don't think my right side still got feeling. Man, this man was so big. Man, this is a big, strong man, man. I hit
270-280.
Man, I hit this man. My whole right side went numb. You hear me? Man, but listen, the arm that he had.
Yes.
You know, when you have that type of arm talent with the speed that Moss has on the outside, it can't do nothing but put fear in you.
Yeah.
You let him get behind you. It's a gear that he has that you don't have. So you always have to be on top of him or you lost.
You talk about Randy Moss. What about Mike Evans? What would you do to defend Mike Evans? He's a mismatch nightmare. He most likely won't accomplish that Jerry Rice record of 1,000 consecutive receiving yards because of the injury. We'll see. You never rule out Mike Evans. But what would you do to defend a Mike Evans? How tough is it? You talk about Randy Moss, but Mike Evans right up there. Maybe not necessarily the elusiveness, but he's different.
It's different types of receivers. Like
right.
When people ask me who was the hardest receiver I ever had to cover, it was Jimmy Smith.
Why Jimmy Smith?
Because he ran every route at the same speed.
Okay.
Right? So a lot of guys, when we talk about the Randy Mosses, when they're running their go, it's a different speed than when they're running a breaking route because they can't break down with that speed.
Right.
So you're able to gauge what type of route that they're running. Jimmy Smith, you could never do that.
Can never do that.
Oh, my God. He's tearing you apart.
Keenan McCardell.
That's who taught me how to play cornerback.
Really? Jimmy Smith?
No. Keenan McCardell.
Talk about that.
When he came here, year 2, I had just, my rookie year, I was going against Jaquez and Riedel and Keyshawn. So Jaquez and Riedel, these were speed guys. These were guys you had to be ready for because they'd run by you.
Sure.
Keyshawn, a body guy. Man, Keenan McCardell came in with these routes I had never seen before, man. And it taught me how to read receivers' hips and do things that I wasn't doing before.
Right.
So he really taught me how to play the cornerback position.
Talk about going against, you're the defense, you're the top-notch defense. John Gruden is challenging you.
100 plays a day in practice.
So you go against that offense. You got Keenan McCardell, you got Keyshawn Johnson, you got Joe Jaravicious, Michael Pittman, Mike Alstott, Dilger, Ricky Dudley. I mean, the list goes on and on. What was the challenge like? What was the practices like? How come that wasn't put out there? Because that scrimmage alone would be amazing. And that Bucs offense versus that Bucs defense.
And that's it. That's something else Gruden brought when he came in was good against good, right? Ones against ones.
Yeah.
Like, most teams play scout team or twos versus ones or whatever it is. Gruden brought ones versus ones so the competition could be there. And, didn't do nothing but bring the best out of them.
Yeah.
When you have guys who going to make plays on, you can't stop Keyshawn and Keenan McCardell every play. You can't, you're not going to be able to stay. So they're going to make plays.
Yeah.
You're going to make plays. It just makes practice exciting.
Right.
So he knew how to bring the competition out of guys.
Yeah.
And, that like you never want to say that somebody lacks something or what it is because I was only here for a year with Dutch.
Yeah.
Right. So all I can go off of is what I seen. And it seemed like the motivation factor had lowered. And guys kind of was used to the same type of spiel.
Right.
When Gruden came in, everybody was on their toes.
Right.
There's a new guy. I don't know if he's going to cut me. I don't know what's going to go on.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
So I got to get back in the good. So
yeah.
It was just it seemed like guys performed differently for Gruden that year than I seen them do for Dungy the year before.
Wow. Good stuff there. How tough is it to transition over from college football to the National Football League, especially in a defense like the Tampa 2 and Monty Kiffin?
Well, for a guy like me who had never played cover 2 before in his life.
Right? That's tough.
It was like
what's that transition like?
It was like Chinese arithmetic or something to me. I played man-to-man cover my whole life. So I'm supposed to do what? I gotta hit him before 4 yards. I gotta do like it.
Yeah.
It was a learning trigonometry for me.
Yeah.
And once again, it's great to have a guy like Rondé Barber, who's like shall I say, a Albert Einstein in cover 2.
Why is he an Albert Einstein? Go ahead and expound on that.
Because of his study.
Yeah.
The man bought his own chairs to put in the film room with the film guys for him to just be there all day. This man was a study-aholic, right? So he knew where you need to be when this guy does this, if they're running this. If you had any questions to the test, Rondé Barber's who you go ask.
Talk about that locker room in Philadelphia, because much was made about, and I know you were 1 year with Dungy, but they couldn't get over the top. How confident was that locker room? What was that locker room? What was that feeling like in Philadelphia playing in a hostile environment? What do you remember about that game, the NFC Championship game?
Well, all I remember is the TV and the media saying that the Bucks couldn't play in under 40-degree weather. And I was like, I'm from Detroit. Like I was trying to figure out who they was talking. Like
you played in it.
Yes,
You're used to that.
Yes,
like everybody's from Florida at that point. No,
right.
They're from all over the place. Come on.
So
now.
that's what I remember about it. Like
Right.
I just came from Akron. Like this ain't too cold for me.
Right.
You know what I mean? So
Right.
I don't. It'd be funny to me how the media do that. How if a team haven't done something now. Oh, that's it. The team can't win under, like, just so happen they haven't won under 30. That don't mean that they can't win under 30. Like, it's crazy how they turn everything into a narrative.
It is crazy. It absolutely is crazy with the narratives out there. Let me ask you this, a couple more questions, and then we'll get you out of here. Appreciate the time here on The Evolution. Again, like and subscribe to the Sports Web on YouTube. Friend me on Facebook at Peter H. Blake. Always welcome to have you on here. Could Dwight Smith play corner in the National Football League today? Why or why not?
The original Dwight or Dwight right now?
Well, the original Dwight.
Okay, I still
think he could play, my friend.
I don't want nobody running by me right now, but I definitely the original. Yes,
what would be the toughest transition? Because now mostly the offense is favored. It's an offensive game more than it's a defensive game.
No, it's not.
Okay.
Okay, the defenders turn it into that. Okay,
Okay.
I see too many corners never playing the football. I see them playing the receiver. I never see them turn back for the ball.
We see Zion McCollum do the same thing sometimes.
Okay, so you would never go watch 8 years of film with Dwight Smith and see how many times I played the receiver and not the ball. It's going to be 0, okay?
0.
I'm not here to mingle with you. I want the ball.
Right.
That's all I'm here for.
Right.
I want the ball. I can't get the ball if I don't see the ball.
Right. What's the toughest thing about technique playing corner in the league? Is it footwork? Is it where you're at?
It's them knowing where they're going and you not knowing.
Right.
But see, I ran 4.29 in the fourth.
You were fast.
So it's easier for a guy like me to be able to cheat and think, because a lot of guys aren't going to run by me.
Right.
You get what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So it wouldn't be hard. I would love as many passes as they're throwing now. You mean to tell me I don't have to tackle Deuce McAllister, Ricky Williams, Ronnie Brown? None of these guys. I got to play. All I got to do is play. What?
Yeah.
I would play till I'm 40. You let me play corner right now. I'm Darryl Green. I would be Darryl Green in today's football, man.
Love it, man. Talk about Mike Tomlin under some fire right now with the Pittsburgh Steelers. Very consistent winning coach. Of course, you know him all too well. What makes Mike Tomlin such a great coach, in your opinion, Dwight?
What you just said, consistency.
Yeah.
He's the same every day, right? It's no up and down with him because of the rate. He's the same person every day. But when we're talking about the job in Pittsburgh, he hasn't won a playoff game since 19, right? So we understand the greatness of the Steelers. You get what I mean? So, of course, this is what's going to start going on there. Cause for him because you haven't won a playoff game in 6 years.
Yes.
So, like I said, I don't think he's not a great coach.
Right.
But maybe the message has gotten stale there.
Okay.
Right? Nobody says Andy Reid is any less of a coach because he left Philly and went to Kansas City.
Yeah. Todd Bowles, you met him?
Yes.
What do you think of Todd Bowles? Because right now he could be under the same fire. A lot of Bucs fans, a lot of people say it's not enough to win a division. It's a terrible division, but it's a division you got to win, my friend. You got to win. You got to play those games and win them. It's not enough to win a division. It's not enough to be one and done. What do you think about Todd Bowles? Is that unfair, in your opinion, to Todd Bowles?
Well, first off, he was never going to get a fair shake, right? Because he wasn't really hired. He was handed the job.
Right.
You feel what I mean? So
Yep.
fans were already always going to look for a crack in it. You get what I mean?
Yeah.
So he was already starting on the other end, and the only way you're going to quiet that is winning.
Yeah. That's it.
You get what I mean? So
Yeah.
you as much as we want to feel for the culture, but we understand the nature of the business.
Right.
Right. When you've been, I'm a University of Michigan fan. Right.
Yes.
So Sharon Moore was handed the job
from Jim Harbaugh.
Right.
Right.
So if you don't, at a certain point, people are going to start saying, "Can you do the job, or was it just given to you?"
Right.
Like you, I mean, so you have to win at some point, or them questions are always going to be there.
What do you think of the state of the Michigan program? Couple years removed from the national championship with Jim Harbaugh. What do you think about the direction of where they're going? You said you're a Michigan fan.
Yes, I believe they need an explosive offensive coach.
Yeah.
Right. You don't pay a quarterback $3 million a year to have him throw 4 passes in the first half against Ohio State.
True.
Right. So they need to get a coach in there who kind of is explosive mind, offensive mind type of thing.
Yeah.
So
we got a situation down here with Derek Brooks, your former teammate, now running USF. He just hired Brian Hartline, the OC for the Ohio State University, wide receiver, OC, big-time development. What do you think of that hire? Hartline to USF.
And what is he coming to be?
Coming to be the head coach.
Oh, my God.
Yeah.
Okay. That's news to me.
Yes.
Well, Hart, he was a guy who was in the Big Ten.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it was teams who were looking at hiring him in the Big Ten.
Yeah.
So he's, it seems that he's done his, the steps to get to where he's at.
Right.
And now I guess we will have to wait to be able to judge how that is.
Ever think about coaching? Because you know the game. You talk about technique. We just got a whole discussion, Dwight, about UTech.
All of that,
could you
right?
be a coach?
All
yes.
I went and interned with Mike Tomlin and the Steelers in 2012.
Okay.
And I seen how many hours the coaches spend.
How many hours?
Too many.
Too
More
many.
than the players. Okay. More like we're at the facility more than the players. Like,
Wow.
No.
Wow.
Yes. Like and to be it, John Gruden. I remember Gruden used to sleep at the facility. Monty Kiffin used to sleep at the facility.
Wow.
Like I got an 11, 8, and 6-year-old right now.
I see them over there. They're waiting.
I don't know if this is the time to be thinking about taking time away from them.
You seen Coach Gruden lately, and what do you think about his success? Not only being the head coach, being the youngest head coach at the time, Super Bowl 37, but what he's doing with Barstool Sports. What do you think about John Gruden?
But Gruden is a guy who he has the charisma to hold a room for hours.
Yeah.
So I don't ever see him not doing well. You know what I mean? And then also he's a good person. You know what I mean? You have to separate the person from the coaching and things like that. As a person, he's a good human being.
Right.
Right. And I feel like as long as you're good at heart, most things are going to work out.
All right, Dwight. Appreciate the time. Always welcome here on the Evolution of Sports Talk Television. Super Bowl 37 winner right there. One of the greatest bucks of all time. Dwight Smith, thanks a lot for coming on the
Thank you for
Evolution.
having me, brother.
Absolutely, brother.
Yes, sir.
Absolutely. Great stuff there. Dwight Smith here on the Sports Web. Great stuff. I mean, what do you want, Bucs fans? What do you want? We got all kinds of interviews here with former Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Come on, Abraham. Come on in here.
Yeah.
Let's see. Let's go back out. We went here. Dwight Smith. How do you feel about Todd Bowles voicing as a coach? Do you think it's time for his voice to be heard someplace? Also, he already answered that question.
Mm-hmm.
He answered some of those questions. You knew I was going to go for that. You knew I was going to ask that question right there. Rice should definitely have been the MVP. And thoughts on Bowles and the Bucs defense. We talked about that. We definitely talked about that. As always, here live from the Florida State Expo. Some great stuff being mentioned, the Hall of Fame, being from Detroit. We'll get that interview up there.
Yeah, so Peter said he's coming this way, but Jimmy Giles, I didn't get a chance to talk to him about interview, but I'll ask DJ UPS.
We're going to get both of them.
Okay.
We'll probably get both of them here, but great stuff from him. We'll just we were just lining them up today as we're over 2 hours of sports content, 2.5 hours here live from the Florida State Expo at the Florida State Fairgrounds. I'm your host, Peter Blake, your Rolex reporter here, getting you ready for Bucks versus the Saints. USF. He talked about being a Michigan fan. We got that. I love doing interviews. And this is what, like, I'll give my advice to doing interviews. When somebody says something, key on it. He said he was a Michigan fan. I had to ask him, do you think Michigan is going in the right direction? Mm-hmm. And he gave me, that was good stuff there. That was good stuff there by Dwight Smith. And I had to ask him the first question because I heard a lot of people say that he should have been the MVP of Super Bowl 30. He said absolutely not. Absolutely not. He thought Derek Brooks should have been the MVP. And I even asked him about the hire there for Brian Hartline. He said he didn't know about it. So see, we got you covered here on the Sports Web. Open phone line 727-255-0391 and 727-255-0391. Just a great day once again of interviews. Casey Weldon, Dante Culpepper, Dwight Smith. We got Peter Wark, P-Dub. For you kids out there, Google is your friend. If you're a Florida State fan, you know how great Peter Wark was for that team with Bobby Bowden and everybody else associated with it. And then, of course, Jimmy Giles. And I think we'll end off the day. We'll see if we can get these guys on here in the next couple minutes. So your thoughts, you talked to Dwight a little bit, right? Did you talk to him? What'd you get out of him?
He said that I hope a lot of players didn't get CTE from me. He told me that was hilarious. He's a hard-hitting safety like John Lynch was.
Right.
He was a cornerback. He was a nickel back. And he did play a little bit spot roles at safety. And he did line up a corner, but he was primarily a nickel back who was everywhere in the defense. He was good. Okay, I like the way his style of play, man. It was physical.
Yeah, and again, Naheem, thanks a lot for tuning in there. Naheem, I got your name wrong before. And the Real Rock Riley, and I see Tampa Bay Ray Kennedy watching.
Mr. Kennedy!
I believe there's a rumor that he will be there at the Bucs game tomorrow. Yeah. Hopefully, not drinking too many adult beverages. We love you, Ray Kennedy. Best of the Bay. And he'll be there before the game, live from What the Buck tailgate, getting Bucs fans ready to go.
I'll try to join you guys there tomorrow, too.
Yes. So, yeah. All right. Sounds good. Sounds really good here, but it was great to have Dwight Smith on there. And I had to ask him. About Todd Bowles, and I think he said it best. He's consistent, but again, it also comes down to winning. So I think that's a fair assessment. Same thing with Mike Tomlin. He says consistent. Well, you said right there, Mike Tomlin, his relationship. I forgot. That's how great that Bucs coaching staff at the time was. Mike Tomlin was a part of that.
Yep.
I think.
Let me tell you something. Mike Tomlin was was a wide receiver in William Mary.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, he was a wide receiver. So he understood the defensive backs, and he was he was a fresh young talent that Tony Dungy hired to replace Herm Edwards.
Yeah.
And he just learned a lot from Kiffin. He learned a lot from Monty. Monty was a genius.
Yeah.
Defensive genius. So it's part of that coaching tree of Dungy, Kiffin, Gruden, So it went, look, McVay was an assistant of John Gruden, that Super Bowl team. So the Bucs really brought a lot of good coaches into the league.
They did.
Yep.
They absolutely did. You talk about Joe Barry. You talk about Rod Marinelli.
Yep.
And then the late, great Monty Kiffin, who passed away.
Marinelli was the ultimate motivator for defensive linemen. He brought the best out of because that's what Warren said. Rod made me who I am.
Yeah.
I thank him for everything. So, even when he was a defensive head coach of the Lions, he brought a killer instinct to that defensive line. You saw that on the Super Bowl team. They had a killer instinct, that defensive line.
Yes.
That Rod Marinelli coached.
Yes, absolutely. You did see that as I'm just producing on air here, getting ready for, I believe our guest next will be Jimmy Giles. So we'll see if we can get him on there.
Let me talk to DJ UPS or.
Oh, no, just stay here.
Okay.
But we're looking to get him on here with Abraham V. Cherry. I'm your host, Peter Blake, here live from the Expo as we are awaiting other guests, not only Jimmy Giles, but Peter Wark And then after that, we will wrap it up for the day.
Yep.
It's been a fast day. It really has gone fast. I'm happy to be a part of it. Sorry we couldn't get the Rays on here, but they were here early. They were out. Let's talk about the Tampa Bay Rays. Much has been made about their new ownership. I don't know if I got a chance to get your take on that. New ownership with the Tampa Bay Rays.
I like what they're doing.
Okay.
I like they're taking an initiative to build a stadium in Tampa, and so that all fans can reach there. And I like the fact that they're more fan friendly. They're user friendly, unlike the previous ownership.
Well,
they only cared about profits and their bottom line, unfortunately.
Yes. Well, and that was definitely the thing there with the bottom line. I mean, it comes down to that, reaching out to fans at the end of the day, being a fan friendly. And I don't think the previous ownership was that. I've gone on record to talk to former players about that, how they weren't a very good organization to be a part of. So I'm excited about the future of this Rays team. And, of course, they're going back to the Trop this year. Yeah, I didn't get a chance to experience the Stein. I know it was fun from everything I saw. It was also hot. So it'll be nice to be back in the 72-degree temperature there in the Trop. And we'll see if they have some home field advantage and if you see more fans come out this year. But I truly think it does come down to you're going to have to get a new stadium. It's going to have to be in Tampa somewhere. The talk has been Hillsborough Community College. What did you think of hearing about that?
One thing I'm concerned about is the Yankees having their spring training facility there.
Right.
So we need to find a place to move the Yankees so that we can really, take it over for Tampa Bay fans rather than have a spring training facility for another major league team in the area.
Yeah.
But I'm open to any Jimmy.
Oh, look at this. I know who this guy is, and I don't know if he remembers me or not. Okay, Jimmy Giles, how you doing, my friend? I don't know if he remembers me or not, but one of my first radio appearances was with Jimmy Giles at 10:10 a.m.
Okay, that's great.
Yeah.
That's great.
Well, you sound so excited when you said that.
Yep.
All right, guys, open phone line, 727-255-0391 and 727-255-0391. So we already got that. I knew where you were going. You had to know where I was going on that, Christopher Cole. So I always ask the questions that you fans want to, and I was not surprised by his answer. I even asked if he met Todd Bowles before, and he talked to Todd Bowles. So there you go. Let's go out to Cole here. Fantastic interview with Dwight Smith today, buddy. Thank you. It's almost like you went to broadcasting school something. Yeah.
Yes, he did.
The former Connecticut School of Broadcasting.
I'm an amateur. I wanted to be a broadcaster. I want to study.
Well, you are a broadcaster. You're a broadcaster on this show. You're my man here when it comes out to the expo because you've been here for the last couple times. You'll be here with me.
Yep.
So when Harry's not in, when Ray's not in, we got Abraham V. Cherry. The cherry on top of it. There you go. I like that. I like to use the cherry instead of the V cherry, but we'll go V cherry. That's your deal. Yes, the Connecticut School of Broadcasting. Thank you very much. The now defunct Connecticut School of Broadcasting in Tampa. I went there along with some other great. We talked to not only Cole there, but also Mr. Rhett Matthew, who's doing some great things there with the Rondé Barber Show on WFLA TV. So happy for you, buddy. Really do it. I'm happy. Jay Retcher, a CSB grad. Pat Donovan, a CSB grad. So we're doing big things here when it comes to CSB. Sandra Nagel, there she is, watching the best sports talk show in the Tampa Bay area.
I asked about your mom. I was like,
great job. Yes,
your mom,
she was watching.
Yes, your mom.
She's always watching.
It's good to have your mom as one of your biggest supporters. That's really good.
She is. She's great. She's unbelievable. She is. She's the biggest cheerleader I've ever had. I'm very, very fortunate to have her, especially with the loss of my father, my father was very inspirational in this also. Big time. He's a forefather of the sports web. We went from a 1,000-watt radio station to where we weren't getting calls and we weren't getting interaction to making him a character and having Sean the Sports Don, the late great Sean the Sports Don, who would have been just loved everything about what this show has become, what this show has evolved into. And my mom was definitely a big part of it. And she was a big part of the reason why I wanted to cover the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, because she would tell me great stories. And I thought sometimes she was lying to me, but never, ever. Sports broadcaster or whatever, if you're a son or a daughter, never think your mom is lying to you, because she's always usually right, especially your dad. My dad used to tell me that. Your mom is right. He knew. you kind of knew that the mom was right. She talked about the 70s Buccaneers there, the creamsicle days of Jimmy Giles and Doug Williams and the greatness of, and you always hear the stories of, they're 0-26 the first 2 years, but what people don't talk about and what we try to talk about the history on this show. And I love Paul Stewart of buckpower.com. Hopefully he watches this interview with Jimmy Giles because he's a historian. In my opinion, the official historian of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. They were the fastest team at the time to the playoffs with the Bucs after those 2 seasons. And it's so funny that you have an Amazon Prime special, a 10-part series. You hear me, Mom? 10-part series on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, Bucs fans, that you get a chance to watch the history of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. You got to love that.
I'm looking forward to seeing that. And also that game, the creamsicle game.
Get a little closer here. Yeah,
I'm looking forward to watching that docuseries. Actually, it starts on the same day as the Bucs versus Falcons creamsicle game. And anyone who's knocking creamsicles needs to get a life because I love that color too.
Love the creamsicle.
Yeah,
and that creamsicle is coming back here in about a week.
I hope we
less than a week.
I hope we can break that so-called creamsicle losing streak against the Falcons. So that's why I hope that Jalen and Mike come out for that game.
Well, it'd be beautiful, wouldn't it? You got all your offensive stars to come out.
Yeah, but we got to get through the Saints, man, the grimy Saints.
Yeah, you took some good pictures. The one with the white, though, that's me in action. He's got his cowboy hat on.
Yeah.
Guy's from Detroit, and he's got his cowboy hat on. You got to love it.
Yep.
Love it, man. Love it. Love that interview there. So, yeah, definitely, Mom, thanks a lot for being a great cheerleader of this and always supporting it no matter what.
And thank you, Peter Blake, for having me on your show.
Yeah, well, we're not done yet because we got to get these 2 guests on. And when we get these 2 guests on, then we'll get you out of here. But your overall thoughts of the Expo so far?
I
man?
mean, last year was amazing. This year is amazing. We get a lot of good interviews, get a lot of interaction with a lot of the players. And I love it. It's like it's a sports fan's dream come true. Actually, aspiring sports journalists' dream come true.
Yeah.
So growing up,
it really is.
Yep.
It really is. I mean, and again, I do this for the webheads. I do this for the Tampa Bay sports.
Every now and then, I mean, you just get caught up and we forget I'm on live TV. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah. Well, you've done it a couple times, but that's okay.
Yeah.
That's all right, man. You're giving us an update on it, and we'll see what Mr. Jimmy Giles is going to be doing here. We'll see what Peter Warwick.
Peter's still there. He said he's coming this way. He's
okay.
So I mean,
okay.
Let's not rush.
We'll wait. Yeah,
let's not rush.
I'm
not
rush.
rushing the man.
So we'll reset it for you guys. Again, the questions are out there. We'll ask them tomorrow. We'll ask them today. What's your confidence level with this Tampa Bay Buccaneer team versus the New Orleans Saints? 1 to 10. Who's the player that you think will come out and have a big game tomorrow? What do you think of all the interviews that we've had today? I mean, Casey Weldon, Dante Culpepper, Dwight Smith. Yes.
The key tomorrow is the defense containing the quarterback and then limiting the offense, not giving up the big play. That's the key. And on offense is just executing and not dropping passes and making sure they catch the ball, not drop it. There were a few drops I've seen. And we got Bucky back, and we just need to keep utilizing him in the run game and just wear the defense out. That's the key.
Love it. And Bucky Irving being back last week, 17 carries for 61 yards. Impressive. He brings the juice to that offense. Mm-hmm. I think it's only going to get better with having Mike Evans and Jalen McMillan. It's expected. It's to be expected. They may play on Thursday night, or the Bucs may hold them out until Thursday against they may hold them. They may have them play against the Atlanta Falcons. Well, they're not going to play tomorrow. They may play them against the Falcons on Thursday night, or they may hold them out for Carolina the week after to give them the 10 days. And I kind of think they're going to try to get them ready. So I go with my guy, TJ Reeves, who thinks they may play on Thursday night.
Oh, is TJ watching us right now?
I don't know if he is or not, but he did retweet us out. So we appreciate
All
that
right.
as we're over 2.5 hours of sports content here, commercial free. I tell you what, let's take a commercial break. But when we come back, we may have one of these guests, either Peter Warwick or Jimmy Giles. Let's go ahead and take a break. This edition of the Sports Web is brought to you by Up the Block Barber Shop. For all your haircut needs, it's Up the Block. You don't have to go far. 4946 Up the Block, Moog Road in Holiday, Florida. It's up the block. Here we go. Up the Block Barbershop. You don't have to go far. It's Up the Block Barbershop, 4946 Moog Road in Holiday, Florida. Whether it's a haircut, a beard trim, a fade, they got you covered. Go see my favorite barber, Ricky, and all the great barbers there at Up the Block Barbershop. Tell them the Rolex reporter, Peter Blake, sent you again. It's Up the Block Barbershop, 4946 Moog Road. Let's go out to the phone lines. Broadway, you're on the Evolution of Sports Talk Television live here at Raymond James Stadium after your Bucks fall to 6-3. Go. All right, so yeah, welcome back to the Expo here. I'm your host, Peter Blake, on the Sports Web, your Rolex reporter, along with Abraham V. Cherry, as we await Jimmy Giles, former Tampa Bay Buccaneer, great of that era where they were in the playoffs the first time. The team at the time that was that had the record, I believe, for the I want to say youngest, but well, let's go out to the phone lines. Welcome to the Evolution. You're on with yours truly, along with Mr. Abraham. Go ahead, my friend.
Hey, aloha, guys. It's Lamar from here in Oregon.
What's going on, buddy? How you doing?
Yeah, I just had a few like thoughts.
Okay, go for it.
About the game coming up. So things that I would like to see. I don't know if it's going to happen or not, but I'd like to see all three running backs on the field.
Okay. Well, I don't know if they're going to be on the field together, but I think they're going to definitely rotate them, Lamar. I mean, you're definitely going to have some rotation.
Correct.
Yeah,
you need to wear the defense like, at least I definitely would like to see like Tucker have a role with Bucky, and then have like White almost like play like the tight end style of role where he can like block and then catch and run after catch. I like to see some like cross routes with the receivers. Even though Jalen possibly could be coming back, or like Tez to stay in there and get his work in because he's been doing fantastic in his work.
Okay.
And then and then hopefully we can like tighten up our O-line to be able to get more runs off. And then on the defensive side, stop playing like super soft.
Mm-hmm.
Because we've been playing kind of like soft.
Well, listen, that's what Dwight Smith talked about. I don't know if you saw the interview. I think you saw the interview there. He talked about it. I think he said it's a good deodorant. It covers up a lot of things because, again, if you get that pass rush, which last time the Bucs faced the Saints, they went off. I think it was like, Anthony Nelson had a big game, 2 sacks there. Pick 6, calls a fumble. So hopefully he has that type of game again. Hassan Reddick at practice fully this week. So we'll see. We'll see if this Yaya Diaby 6 sacks. We'll see if this team can get after it.
As you know, with the Arizona game, it was very shocking to me how tired our defensive line was. You know what I mean? That was like really unexpected to me to see that. The work coming out of those guys. I don't know if it was like, the change of climate or what, but
it's definitely not. It's not hot, but it's still hot.
Yeah.
You're exactly right. Arizona held the ball a lot. They had time of possession there, so they were on the field. I don't think the offense was at their best. Let's just say that, right? It's all about complementary football.
Yeah. Yeah,
right?
Complementary football.
Your offense has got to pick up your defense. Your defense has got to pick up your offense. And furthermore, your offense has to sustain more drives to help that defense stay off the field in the first place, right?
Yep. And then, and then as far as like, our third part of our, you got 3 parts in this, right? You got your offense, you got your defense, and you got your special teams.
Yeah.
So hopefully, our special teams can give, a little bit more boost, a little bit more pep in their step too.
Well, I agree. And then look, this defense had an opportunity tomorrow to really take advantage of a rookie quarterback, and we'll see what Todd Bowles can do in this defense, because it's been a point of contention. And I know there's a lot of criticism out there from Bucs Nation on how this defense needs to perform better. And a lot of people will say, well, they did it against the Saints. It is the National Football League. You have to do it every game, no matter what the opponent is. Consistency.
You see how frustrated he was on the sideline on the previous game.
Well, I mean,
he was getting after his guys. I was just like,
and again, this whole thought process. It's a great point, Lamar. I'm glad you bring it up. this whole thought process of, Todd Bowles being a mild-mannered guy, again, maybe he doesn't yell like Dan Campbell or John Gruden in the past. What he does do is he does yell at his defense, and he's going to hold this defense accountable. And if they're not held accountable, then you're going to start to see coverage breakdowns and communication flaws, and that's what it's about going forward. And I'm glad that Dwight Smith used that word of accountability. It's all about accountability when it comes down to it.
Yeah, me too. When I heard him say that, I just we are we all stopping on the same word? We're all saying the same thing.
Right. It's crazy how that goes. The football lexicon, if you will.
I got one thing to say.
Yes, go for it.
I don't know if it's relevant because I was thinking earlier, what if did the uniform choice actually contribute to it? Because they usually play the light white jerseys at the home games, especially in the hot sun. I was wondering because
they're playing in the red this week. They're playing in red and pewter this week.
Red and pewter this week is red and pewter.
So I guess the Saints would be. I don't know what the Saints would be in. Who cares? Saints stink.
But
they could be in white, black, whatever. They could be in yellow. They stink. They stink.
That's right.
They absolutely suck.
That's good enough to suck right there.
Yes.
Right. Put the poop on it.
Yes, I do. There it is. See, you like the sound effects. See, Webheads, you like my sound effects.
I don't want to give the Saints any more ammo. So
yes,
we don't want to give the Saints any more motivation. But
I don't think any Saints are watching.
We need to get past this team. Okay, that's all I got to say.
Well, you got to win it.
It should be easy enough. It definitely should be easy enough.
It should be.
But this is the NFL. No game is easy.
None.
Nothing is guaranteed.
I understand your point. But come on, man, really?
It should be a winnable game. I agree with you on that.
It should be definitely a winnable game.
Yes.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Yes, it's a winnable game, but it's a rivalry game.
Yep.
We heard that.
Division rivals.
Yes.
They give us their best when they come here. So
listen, and it wasn't.
It's true.
Yep.
It's true. They do.
Yep.
But we should be sticking it right to them, and not playing with them.
Well, I agree, and it should not be close. And if it is close, I think Bucs fans will lose their minds, even with the win. Oh my God, it's an ugly win. It's a win.
Last thing for me.
Yes.
Bring your passion. Bring your excitement. Just don't bring any nonsense.
Boom,
Fire
baby. Yes, we will fire the cannons.
Fire the cannon.
And we will definitely give that. Lamar, use that second call here on the Evolution, my friend. All right.
Much mahalos.
Mahalo to you. Mahalo and aloha, as he is, I believe he's Hawaiian, but he's in Oregon.
Okay.
Again, Oregon, California, Carolina.
Wow.
Chicago, Ohio, no matter where it's at. Costa Rica, the UK, Scotland. It don't matter. It's the Evolution of Sports Talk Television. It's the Sports Web. I'm your host, Peter Blake, along with Abraham V. Terry. Open phone line, 727-255-0391. It's 727-255-0391. Nearly at 3 hours. Commercial-free besides our Up the Block Barbershop. And again, this brought to you by Tampa Joe's. I want to call it Tampa Bay Joe's. That's what I told him when I sold the promo. I want to get all Tampa Bay out there to go to Bucs away watch parties, to go to USF Bulls away watch parties. 9316 Anderson Road in Tampa. Great food, great atmosphere, and a part of the evolution of sports talk television. You've got to love that. Absolutely got to love that. So there you go. What are you looking at?
Oh, I'm enjoying the expo. Hey, we're in the expo, bro.
I see what you were looking at.
I was just enjoying the expo, bro.
I know it's nice. We got the they're again signing helmets.
Come on. We're just like, you know what? Let's enjoy the atmosphere where we're at.
Absolutely, enjoy the atmosphere where you're at this point.
Yeah, that's what it's all about.
Yeah, Florida State Fairgrounds. They're here tomorrow. By the way, doing an NBA day. We will not be here tomorrow. We would be if it wasn't Bucs game day, but it is Bucs game day versus the New Orleans Saints.
But DJ UPS will be here.
DJ UPS will be here, so come out and support if you're not a Bucs fan. If you're an NBA fan, it's definitely Otis Birdsong will be here and some other NBA guests.
Mm-hmm.
When I was here on Sunday, we had Nick Anderson on. I'm trying to think. We had I'm trying to think of the Laker that we had on. We had a Laker, former Supersonic.
Okay.
It's not AC Green. Who is it? We had so many guests on the Evolution. They're always like, you don't ever have any athletes on. It's just you and Harry and Ray and Abraham and all these other. We're like, that's not true. You got to tune in to the evolution of sports talk television. I don't know what voice that was, by the way.
Mm-hmm.
I was just doing a damn random voice that I hear. I feel like I hear
the constant cynical,
the cynical, the pessimistic,
Yeah.
the people that call this
mean,
show. Yes.
There's a lot of good content on this show. If you just look in the YouTube,
the
sports
vault of YouTube.
Look at the YouTube he has.
Going as far back as 2012.
A lot of good interviews.
Thank
man.
you.
A lot of good interviews.
Thank you.
Your wealth of interviews you got, and
yeah, pretty good.
That's why. Look, I'm an amateur. I mean, I make mistakes on the air. He doesn't. He's a pro. So
I have my mistakes. Mistakes at the beginning of the game.
A couple of times I made mistakes.
The mic not working for some freaking reason today. Thank you.
It's a pleasure to be on this show, even to
Thank
call
you.
on this show and let me talk. I appreciate this man for doing that.
Yeah.
Giving me a platform to share my views as a Tampa Bay fan.
Always.
Not just a Bucs fan, a Tampa Bay sports fan.
We talked about the Rays here. We talked about USF. I don't know what that is right there. I mean, a lot of excitement coming. Still Bucs season at this point. USF has the Cure Bowl. Are you going out there for that, Orlando? Are you? I think we're going to do I'm trying to figure out what time that bowl game is.
It's at night on a Wednesday, if I am not mistaken.
If it is at night on a Wednesday, then most likely we will definitely give you a pregame, halftime, and postgame edition of the Evolution because we cover USF away watch parties.
Because I looked it up when I saw it being announced. It was on a night on a Wednesday, if I'm not mistaken.
Mm-hmm. Well, it is not. It is at 5 o'clock.
5 o'clock. Oh well,
that's
wrong.
That's going to be a no on that.
That's Jimmy Giles' daughter.
Oh, is it?
Yep.
Wow. Okay. You talked to her?
Yeah.
What do you have to say?
Well, she took a picture with me and Jimmy.
Oh, really?
Yep.
That's nice.
Yep.
It's okay. Well, cool. Jimmy Giles' daughter right there in the background. But Old Dominion plays South Florida in the Cure Bowl.
Hi, ma'am. How are you? So thank you for taking a picture of me and your father. So he grew up a Jimmy Giles fan, with the creamsicles.
We do a Buck show on this, and we can't wait to have your father on. But what I was telling the audience is one of my first radio appearances, and this is a true story on 1010 a.m., we had the great Jimmy Giles on. So I don't know if he remembers me or not. It's been about 10 or 11 years, but we had him on. He's fantastic. Yeah. Oh, I know he doesn't have a great memory.
Ask him to come in and sit with us. Where is he?
We'd love to get. I don't know where.
Over there.
If he's over there, if he's doing his thing, I thought he was over there doing a thing right there. Yeah, he's doing that. So we're waiting for him.
And Peter Ward.
You want to come on with us? Can you come on the camera? Let's go. We're talking to like somebody that doesn't even exist. You can get on the camera right now. Let's go ahead and get you on here on the Evolution of Sports Talk Television. Get into that mic. Get a little bit closer.
Okay.
There you go. It used to be a commercial there, if you know what I'm talking about. We're on with Jimmy Giles' daughter. What's your name?
Candace.
Welcome to the Evolution.
Thank
Candace
you.
Giles, right?
Hi.
How you doing? Yes. Again, like I said, had Jimmy Giles on. I mean, talk about your father. Talk about all the great memories. What do you remember about your father's career here on the Evolution of Sports Talk Television?
Well, I know that he still holds all of the records at the tight end position for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
How about that?
After 50 years.
Yes, you can hold that mic.
So,
it's fine.
Now, I was actually 5 years old by the time he retired.
Right.
But my brothers remember watching him play.
What's the greatest memory you remember of your father?
Oh, gosh.
Right?
The greatest memory.
Right off the top.
I would say the year I was born, he probably put up some pretty high numbers.
That's great. That's good stuff there. He's been embraced by the Tampa Bay Buccaneer organization in the 50th year celebration. I mean, kind of talk about that. What's that mean to you? What's that mean to him? What's that mean to your overall family with the Tampa Bay Buccaneer organization?
It's just been an amazing celebration. The Glaziers are amazing. Brian Ford.
Is he something? Is he not a gem when it comes to? Just get a little bit closer to that.
He is all over the place. I don't know how he manages it, but he is amazing. And to have the Buccaneers just recognize the creamsicle team is so important. This is a different owner than when my father played, but they've just been incredible recognizing everybody from that era.
Yeah, I mean, talk about being a part of that celebration. He was out there. I mean, just all kinds of excitement going on for him. And I think the excitement is at a fevered pitch right now because not only is this Buccaneer team in contention, but also Amazon Prime has announced a 10-part series.
Yes, we're excited about that.
How much is there? Can you give us a little preview of how much your father is going to be a part of that?
He has a very big part of it, him as well as Doug Williams from that era. So I know they have a lot of great stories to tell on there.
Yeah. Talk about Doug. Yeah. You just mentioned Doug Williams. Talk about him a little bit.
He's like an uncle. They talk every week.
Every week.
They're just absolutely incredible legends to be around.
Yeah.
When you hear stories of them and the playing days, it's just absolutely incredible. And, it's hard to understand and imagine how difficult it was in those days to be as great a players as they were.
Yeah. Well, your father was a great one. Your father was definitely go down as one of the greatest tight ends in Buccaneer history. I want to ask you, I don't know if you know this or not, but what did your father think about Gronkowski coming to town here a couple years ago for the Bucs?
He was definitely excited. A lot of sports writers say that my dad was the prototype for these modern day tight ends. He was big. He was 6'3", 245 pounds. He could run a 4.4 in his prime.
He was fast. He was good. He was very good. He was very good for this Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
He was an awesome blocker as well as a deep threat.
Yeah.
And that was very rare. And a lot of the newer tight ends are like that. They're big. They're fast. So I think he was the prototype for these modern day tight ends. So it was awesome to see Gronkowski come into town.
Love it.
Yeah.
Good stuff. Thanks a lot for coming on here on the Evolution of Sports Talk Television. Absolutely. Candace, I said Giles, I just assumed. Candace Giles, the daughter of the great Jimmy Giles. We're going to have him on here in just a little bit. Thanks a lot for your time here on the Evolution of Sports Talk Television, okay?
Thank you so much.
Absolutely. Always welcome. You just never know who's going to jump on and pop on here. That's what we do. And the show is not over yet as we're over 3 hours as we await Jimmy Giles and we await Peter Wark. And then we will end off the show.
What a great day. What a great show.
I'm telling you. I'm having a good time here. And like I said, let's see. Let's go out to Sandra Nagel. Best team with Doug Williams and Jimmy Giles. Great. Yeah, see, I knew you would be watching. I knew you were going to watch. And like I said, we'll get him on here in just a little bit. Roger Shue says, great show. Thank you to the Tribal Troll.
Acknowledge me.
And then after this, we get you ready for Bucs versus the Saints tomorrow at 10 o'clock. Make sure you tune in. What other show is going to be live at a Florida State Expo at the Florida State Fairgrounds, which, by the way, great job, great success. That's how I feel like.
High five.
Yes, I had to do that. AT&T on Gun Highway. You guys are just amazing. This is a victory today. Victory! I love when a plan works out. So the internet is good today. But what other show is going to be live at a Florida State Expo at the Florida State Fairgrounds? Go to 5 platforms at the same time. What other show is going to be live at a tailgate for Buccaneer fans at one of the most prestigious tailgates at What the Buck? What other show is going to be live after the end of the game, 30 to 35 minutes on the field?
Yep.
As Joe Bucks fan said, at Lights House, live on the field in collaboration with the JP Peterson Show, taking your phone calls, sound effects, everything.
And you got the media icon TJ Reeves join the show too.
That's right. He'll have this to say if you say anything bad about the Bucs from now on.
Go away.
Yes.
Go away.
Yes.
I will hold the door.
I know. We will hold the door. And if you get out of line and you troll me, you get this from JP.
F you, F you, F you, and F you. Peace out. I'm going to go have a Guinness.
I love it. I love the sound effects. Everybody hates me. I love it. And then I got to get to Tom Brady.
That's good enough to suck right there.
No other show. I'm sorry. Not radio, not television. This is a mix of it without the station. This is the evolution of Sports Talk Television. I do take this personally because this is my personal baby. This is not a hobby. This is not a job. This is not a career. This is a lifestyle. This is what we imagine. I talk about my father. I talk about the great brother that I lost there in Sean the Sports Don to cancer, which is we need to find a cure for it, and I hope we do. But this was This is life's work. This is a lifestyle for me. I mean this from the bottom of my heart. Thank you for tuning in to this show on Monday and Wednesdays. Thank you for tuning in before and after Bucks games. Thank you for tuning in before and after USF Bulls games. And hopefully, with new ownership with the Tampa Bay Rays, hopefully they embrace the evolution.
I'm excited about sports in Tampa Bay. I mean, we got the Lightning.
You got to be, and they got the Tampa Bay Lightning too, and we got to embrace them too.
Once with the new ownership in Tampa and the USF Stadium, there's a lot to be excited about being a Tampa Bay sports fan.
Yes,
so I'm really excited about future of sports in Tampa Bay area.
Yeah, I am too.
I know I brought UFL another day, but let's just leave the UFL.
Was Orlando? They can't even embrace Tampa at this point. You had the Tampa Bay Bandits and the Tampa Bay Vipers for 1 year, and then it was like Tom Brady's.
That's good enough to suck right there.
We're gone. Open phone lines if you want to talk anything about what we've been talking about today when it comes to confidence level with your Tampa Bay Buccaneers versus the New Orleans Saints. 727-255-0391. It's 727-255-0391.
It's a winnable game. We just can't play sloppy. We just got to execute and just play.
No turnovers by Baker Mayfield again.
No sloppiness, even on defense. I'm sorry, but
you
can't give up these big plays anymore. You can't give up these big plays. And Zion, I believe in you, man. You're a solid player. You just don't
got to get his confidence back.
Don't listen to the outside noise. You do what you do. Get back in your zone. I know you are good. You're good, but it's just a psychological thing with him. I know if you're listening to me, Zion, we believe in you. The fan base does believe in you. Don't listen to what they
Don't
say.
Listen to the outside noise.
Exactly. Just shut it out.
Okay.
You're a top 10 corner.
Love it.
Okay.
All right, so let's go out to Brian here. No one, thank you very much. Laugh out loud. Thank you. Great show. Thank you very much.
It's just like what they were talking about.
Yes.
It's just like they were giving. I mean, Jamel Jean is injury prone, but he was a good corner. He's a good corner.
Well, he's proven himself.
Yeah,
he's had a year. According to Pro Football Focus, he's been one of the best corners, if not the best corner in pro football. Why is that? Because he's had something to prove.
Yep.
Because Todd, the organization put a fire under him. You cut your pay down. You have an opportunity to be a free agent. He's coming into a contract year. The problem with Jamel Dean is not injuries, not the talent. It's the fact that he can't stay healthy.
Number two was that, now he's making up for it.
Thank you, Brian. Appreciate you.
He's catching those balls instead of dropping them.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I think the turnovers have improved this year considerably as far as the defensive backs, even
from last year to this year. By
progress,
by 1,000
progress.
Yes.
So there's progress, but we need to sack the quarterback. We need not just pressure him, sack him, and instill that fear in him in the quarterback early on, so that establish that dominant pass rush that we used to have back in the day.
Absolutely, I agree with that. You gotta improve the pass rush. You definitely gotta improve a lot of things on this defense, and if you want to go somewhere. But I think the improvement is once again getting back Mike Evans, getting Jalen McMillan back. That completes your offense. Coming into it, the offensive strategy was, of course, to outscore teams. They want to do that. They've embraced that. I'm still waiting with bated breath to see a Emeka Egbuka, to see a Chris Godwin, to see a Mike Evans, to see a Jalen McMillan and a Tez Johnson on the field together. I think it would be unbelievable. And also Bucky Irving, to see all those. And we already mentioned Cade Otton. And listen, I think he's been inconsistent this year. He's dropped some passes. He's also been a part of some controversial plays when it comes to reaching and stuff like that. But just having him on, it just frees up so much stuff. I think Bucs fans are just waiting to see that moment. When that moment comes, look out.
Mm-hmm.
Look out, National Football League. I'm telling you right now. And then, look, again, being the eternal optimist on this show, which I am. I'm not going to apologize for it. I am the eternal optimist. We're live here from the Florida State Fairgrounds. I'm your host, Peter Blake, along with Mr. Abraham V. Cherry. I am the eternal optimist when it comes to this team. If you get back Kalijah Kancey, I think it solidifies that defensive line. And what do we hear from Dwight Smith early on? We've heard this from defensive players before, that getting that pass rush, getting that consistent pass rush takes the pressure off of your back end when it comes down to it. So there you go.
Mm-hmm.
All right, let's go out to Christopher Cole here. I don't care if they win by 1 or 30. Just win, baby. Absolutely. As we await Jimmy Giles at this point and Peter Warwick. Thank you. Appreciate that. Let's see here. What is this? Hold on. So somebody is texting me right now, so we'll wait for them to come on. But going back to Dante Culpepper, I thought that interview was something else. He even said that he could play in this day and age with the way, and it is interesting.
He's a physical quarterback. He's like,
he was always a physical quarterback.
He's hard to tackle. He's like Big Ben with that really killer arm that he had back in the day. Unfortunately, he got injured early. Cut his career short.
Yeah.
But he was the rhinoceros. They didn't call him the rhinoceros for nothing.
Well, he was a specimen. He's a physical specimen. You had to account for him.
Mm-hmm.
He talked about the Bucs defense accounting for him. He always talked about also it was tough to play them twice a year because he was with the Minnesota Vikings. And if you remember, the Bucs, of course, were not always in the NFC South. They were in the NFC Central there. The black and blue division for old school Buccaneer fans with the Chicago Bears, the Detroit Lions, the Minnesota Vikings. Oh, my. And he had to play them twice a year. So definitely tough matchup there. I thought it was just great, some of the stuff he had to say, especially about Simeon Rice, Sim getting after it.
I mean, let me tell you, Simeon Rice was a prototype defensive end of his time. I mean, one thing I liked about his ability to drop back in coverage. I mean, and intercept the ball and cover wide receivers and tight ends. I mean, that's what the defensive backs. I mean, the defensive ends, OLBs in Todd Bowles' defense do a lot, but they're not Simeon Rice, unfortunately. So, but JPP did a good job during his time. So
yes, JPP, Shaq Barrett, and
I am not knocking Todd Bowles. It's just you got to have the right player to execute.
Hey, come here. Yeah, come here. What do you got over here? DJ UPS. Let's get an update here. We're live from the Florida State Expo. Over 3 hours of sports content. What do we got going on here? Because you tried to. What we got? What is this?
Just a good old creamsicle sign.
Can I go ahead and get a Tampa?
Hey!
Tampa!
Hey!
Jimmy Giles signed jersey.
And
You've got to be
helmet.
kidding me. Creamsicle helmet. This is what you get here at the Florida State Expo.
See, they
Look
missing
at that.
out. They
that
missing
is
out.
beautiful, man.
They missing out.
I love to have a jersey like that. That is beautiful.
You would?
I loved it. Yeah.
I would have got you one if you would have told me.
I love that. Can you get me one?
I can get you a Jimmy Giles jersey.
I'd love to get a Jimmy Giles. Would be nice to get a signed jersey if you could. Maybe we get it signed on air.
Let me see if I could do something.
All right.
Let me talk to Guy.
Talk to him.
I'll let you know something.
All right. You already got me a Levante David one.
Yeah.
You're the man.
Tampa!
Hey! I love the content. All right. So you talking to Jimmy, we're still waiting for him. He's still signing. Talk to his
signing.
He
got probably about 100 more items to do.
Oh no.
Yeah.
No way you can get him on here real quick.
Let me talk to him. Let me see what I can do.
Give him a break, maybe.
Talk to his wife. And talk to the boss.
Well, that was his
daughter that was out here, and then you got his wife that's over.
Wow. Family effort. Yeah, because we're getting ready to. And what's the status on Peter Warwick?
He got a lot to sign. He's probably.
Wow.
See all that stuff on the phone? That's signed already.
I think Peter's done.
We'll see.
See if we can get him on.
Let's see what we can do.
Well, we did good today, though.
Yeah.
We did real good. We did probably as good last time, but the internet to me is just
better.
The star.
10 times better. Yeah.
We didn't have any throttling or glitches or anything. Like I just keep on making a big deal about it. It's like, what do you make a big deal about it? Because last time
people don't understand when you're the person that creates the craft, you're 10 times more critical of the craft.
Yes,
if you
know
make
this.
Music.
You're a
you
creator.
Hear sounds that
yes.
that the average person
Tell
wouldn't
them.
hear in the music.
Tell
you
them.
Make content. You edit the content to the point where you're excuse me, but anal towards what you create.
Yes, anal retentive. Yes, that's all he meant. Yes, I know what he meant. Stop it. Get out of the gutter there with that nonsense. BYU choking the game away in the second half. Uh-oh.
Oh, they are. They were just.
Well, we got college football going on right now. I did not realize that it was well, let's go ahead and take a look here at as I update college football right now. Your scores 34-7 Texas Tech. Thanks a lot for showing up, BYU. even a game at this point.
34-7.
Texas Tech ranked 4th, and they're both 11-1 teams. And Texas Tech just taking it to them right now.
That tells you that competition matters, man.
It does. Well,
competition matters. When you play great competition or better competition all year.
I'm not going to fault it, but of course, there's games tonight. You got the SEC championship that is coming up here.
I'm excited
and
about
just
that.
a little bit
I'm
from
excited
Georgia.
about
You're
that.
excited
I
about
think we
Georgia,
might
Alabama? What do you like? You like
Alabama
Georgia or you
beat
like
them.
Alabama?
Alabama beat them last year.
Okay.
And I feel like they're going to beat them again this year.
See, I'm more excited about this game. We haven't even talked about it. Indiana, which is undefeated at 12-0. Number 2.
I'd bet on the upset.
Versus Ohio State.
I'd bet on the upset. Keep in mind, Ohio State they struggled with Texas. Texas has lost 3 games.
By the way, Tulane won today after their coach took the Florida job, 34-21 over North Texas. James Madison, did they stay undefeated also?
Nope.
No, they're not undefeated, but they did win their see, I thought they lost. I thought they won, but they were undefeated. But they did. They were 12-1. They beat Troy, the Troy Trojans. Say that 3 times, 31-14. So there you go. Troy Trojans. Troy Trojans. Every time
I can't do it.
Can't do it, right?
Can't do it.
Can't do
it's
it.
too much.
So good stuff there. Let's show this again here. You got
There's Mr. Giles.
There you go. Mr. Giles right there. Sign that helmet. That's always good stuff. Look at that jersey.
I hate to say it like this, but he's the next best thing after Selman from that era.
Well, Selman and Doug Williams.
Rest in peace.
Yes, to Leroy Selman. So looking forward to.
I'd take a Jimmy Giles over a Doug Williams jersey.
Well, Jimmy,
I love Doug Williams, but I love. Well, you know what? Also, my son loves Mr. Giles. He's like a bit. I did the Buccaneer Time video, and I put Mr. Giles in it. And he just took a liking to him spiking. Yeah, he took a liking to him spiking the ball when he scored those 4 touchdowns.
Okay.
Yeah, my son's like, "Who's that?" I'm like, that's Jimmy Giles. You don't know who that is? And he's been wanting to meet him ever since, and he got to meet him today, so he was really excited.
Yes, and I got to definitely give a shout out to the Green Queen, Miss Darlene Emanuel, for watching the show also. Appreciate you.
Green Queen, what's good?
She's an Eagles fan, but we're going to try to convert her over to a Bucs fan at this point.
We got to try.
Yeah, we got to do it. We definitely got to do it here. We'll take a picture here real quick, and we'll get more thoughts from you about what's been going on here today at the Expo. You taking that picture? There we go. All right, there you go. All right, good stuff, my friend, as he's been snapping pics all day long, grabbing guests. Peter Warwick's coming this way. All right, so we'll see if we can get Peter Warwick on, get him on, and then we will go and get Jimmy Giles on. Let's go.
Let me go talk to Mr. Giles' wife and see what the schedule
see if we can
like.
just get a quick, quick
Even
5 minutes. Yeah,
okay.
5 minutes with him because we're gonna wrap because we're over 3 hours at this point. We may go 4 hours. I'm willing to do it, but I'm kind of tired myself. I'm tired of talking. Hello to you. Thank you for watching. Appreciate it. Let's see what we got here on Instagram Live. Thanks a lot for tuning in. As always, over there, open phone lines. What's your confidence level with this Tampa Bay Buccaneer team from 1 to 10? 727-255-0391. It's 727-255-0391. I'm trying to get Jamie on here, but he will not come on the Evolution of Sports Talk Television. He is running for the hills as we speak at this point. As we're trying to get him on, but live here from the Florida State Expo as we are awaiting Peter Warwick and we are awaiting Jimmy Giles. It has been a great day here on the Evolution of Sports Talk Television. Looking forward to talking to Peter Warwick as we talked to Casey Weldon earlier here on the Evolution about where Florida State.
Make it quick because he's got to run.
Okay, we got him. Right. We'll make it quick. We got Peter Warwick coming on here in just a little bit, so we'll make this happen real quick. Let's go out, and here he goes. You're right there at that seat, my friend. One of the greatest wide receivers in college football history, for none other than your Florida State Seminoles. As you put on those headphones,
let's do it.
We'll get professional here. Just hold, I don't know what it is. It's yeah. Go ahead. Abraham, can you help him out there? Or okay.
I'm trying to pull it down. So
Yeah, pull it. Okay. Pull it down.
I didn't want to mess nothing up.
Oh, you ain't messing anything up here.
You're fine.
There you go. Do whatever you want to. Break them if you want. I'll get some new ones. It's all good here. We got the great Peter Warwick on from Florida State. Get close to that mic, my friend. Let everybody tell you about it. Go ahead, man. Let's talk about it. You're here at the Expo here. We appreciate the time here on the Evolution. One of the most talented wide receivers ever in college football history. Give me your best memory being a part of that Florida State, by the way, national championship team that faced none other than Michael Vick and the Virginia Tech Hokies. You thought I forgot. I didn't. Welcome to the Evolution.
Hey, man, I appreciate it.
Yeah, just get you can talk louder. Yeah.
My best moment is probably signing
right
to go to Florida State. You know, it was a great moment for me. I didn't know where I wanted to go. And that was just a great time for my family, and it worked out.
Yeah.
The Lord blessed me. I got an opportunity to go to 3 or 4 national championships, so it was good.
Right. Well, I mean, and talk about that experience, signing with Florida State, the great Bobby Bowden. How much of an impact did he have on your career?
Great. Everything that I did, I went through Coach B.
Yeah.
You know, he's truly missed. He was a great man outside of football, and he was like a father away from home. And
yeah.
God-fearing man, and just an overall great person, and I love him. So
talk about being I'm sorry. Go ahead. Yeah.
No, I just say I miss him.
You miss him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's a great guy.
What's besides his interactions with you, what's the greatest memory that you have of Coach Bowden?
The greatest memory that I have two. I have a couple, but this one in particular, 98. We lost the national championship to Tennessee.
Correct. That is Peerless Price, correct? And also T. Martin.
Yes. And I just remember after the game we lost, and I went to him and I was like, man, Coach B, we lost that game.
Yeah.
And I prayed that we was going to win the game. And he looked me straight in the face and said, you think the other team don't pray? So that I looked at that like, you know, God is with everybody, man. So
yeah.
Not just me.
Well, you got to give him talent. Peter Warwick here, great Florida State wide receiver, one of the greatest college football players of all time. Go back to 99. I mean, the motivation there was at 98, losing the national championship game.
Yes,
talk about some of those teammates, a part of that, about a part of that team that you remember.
I remember everybody, man. Everybody played a part. It wasn't just me. It was a team effort, overall team effort. And we lost 98, and we all came back next year and say, this is what we're doing. This is what we plan for. We're going to win. I had great guys on my team. That's, you know, Corey Simon, Ron Dugans, Chris Winkie, Snoop Menace, Travis Minor, Tay Cody, Mario Edwards, Sean Key,
right?
Chris Hope, man. It's Derek Gibson. It was amazing, man. And
my mic is.
We knew that we was gonna win that game.
Right. My mic is playing games here, Sam. You can hold that mic if you want to. Just hold it up. There you go. You can go ahead and get into that.
Yes,
you talk about Chris Winkie. We had a conversation with Casey Weldon. He was talking about Charlie Ward. He's talking about Chris Winkie. Talk about Winkie, what kind of impact he had on your game and how good of a quarterback he was that year.
First of all, he was old. So
yes, he was older. Yes, a lot of people made fun of him because of that. But, you know, at the end of the day, a quarterback being a little bit older is not a bad thing because he's not.
He was a vet. He was a vet in the locker room.
Right.
He knew what it take, and he instilled that in us every day.
Yeah.
You know, we knew when to play and when not to play.
Yeah.
So
you talk about Corey Simon. You talk about Snoop, Ron Dugans.
Lavernius Coles.
Lavernius Coles. I don't know how. I don't know how people forget about him.
You can't forget about.
You can't forget about Coles in that game.
I call him Trouble Coles.
Why you call him Trouble for?
Nah, that's just his nickname.
Oh, it's his nickname. Yeah. As
Lavernius Coles, man. That Lavernius Coles is that guy.
Yeah, that guy. Yeah. Good stuff.
Yes, sir.
All right, real quick, because I know you got to get out of here. You've been here all day long. I appreciate the time. What did you think? What do you think about the direction of Florida State at this point, where they're going?
I mean,
tough, right?
Yeah, it's tough, man. You know, it's tough watching. But, you know, I'm a Florida State fan, so the biggest thing that we could do is just move forward, and we can't do no worse.
Yes.
I'll tell you that.
Yes.
I tell you that. Well, it's gonna be a new year. Coach Norvell got him going in the right track. They just got to stay focused and just. It's the tradition there, man. I did everything at Florida State for the tradition. I didn't want to let the guys that was before me down.
Right.
And that's the way they got to look at it. Just got to try to step it up and just play team ball. And, hey, man, that's the way you take care of your family.
That's it.
Balling. You got to ball out.
You got to ball out.
Yes,
Let's
sir.
give this man right here balled out. One of the most talented college football players of all time, Peter Warrick, P-Dub. Thanks a lot for the time here on the Evolution.
Yes,
we'll see you soon. Don't be a stranger. Again, the Sports Web on YouTube. Friend me on Facebook at Peter H. Blake, all right?
I got you.
All right, my friend. Appreciate the time. Go FSU, and we'll see what we can do here.
Go Noles.
Go Noles all day, every day. Peter Warrick right there. Great stuff. All right, we promised you here. We got Buccaneer great Jimmy Giles coming on here in just a little bit. Thanks a lot for being patient here on the Evolution of Sports Talk Television.
We got the legendary Jimmy Giles coming up.
Come on, Jimmy Giles. One of my favorite guests of all time right here. And I was telling people about this as you put the headphones on right there. And you can hold that mic. That mic is doing some weird stuff today as it keeps on going down. It's just things are not working the way they do. But the great Jimmy Giles there of your Tampa Bay Buccaneers. And here's the thing. I don't know if you knew this or not. We met about 11 years ago. Was one of my first radio appearances on 1010 AM. Do you remember doing a radio show with somebody like me without the beard and Jenna Lane at the time and the Godfather? That was me, my friend. Welcome to the Evolution. How you doing?
When you said Jenna Lane, I remember that.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, how you doing, Pete?
I'm doing good,
you
buddy.
Say that to all your guests that they're your favorite, so I'll take that.
Definitely one of my favorites, the great Jimmy Giles. Talk about that time there because definitely I want to tell you this. Mother was a big fan. She's the reason why I wanted to cover the Tampa Bay Buccaneers in the first place because she always talked about those great times in the 70s, especially that 79 NFC Championship team there with Doug Williams and, of course, the great and late, great Leroy Selman. Talk about your favorite memory there from 79 for your Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
Well, actually, Pete, it was a different time now than it was then because that was such camaraderie that we had with every player.
Yeah.
And guys like Leroy Selman and Doug Williams, David Lewis, those guys were just people that you just enjoyed being around. And we tried to do a lot of things together as a family, and which we did. Doug and I probably still talk every other day right now because we're just close friends.
Yeah.
And my wife and Claver talks, they talk all the time. And I mean, it was just a great time to be around. And the fans during that time were just unbelievable. And that's what we remember mostly is the fans. Now, we got some great fans now.
Right.
But it was unbelievable then.
Talk about the fan support back then. Give me your greatest memory of that fan support. Because I remember them, of course, the first 2 years there, 0-26. A lot of people don't remember that at the time, the Bucs were the fastest team in NFL history to get to the playoffs, right? So talk about how crazy that fan base was back then for your Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
Well, when they had the expansion, we were the first team to ever be able to get to the NFC Championship game in only 4 years.
Right.
And now when they have expansion, they have great players that they bring into the other teams. Then we had nobody. Right. We had guys that was just coming out of college, couldn't even make a college team. But now they have different players that are All-American, and they put them on these teams, and they can be extremely successful at that time. But we, in spite of all of that, made it work because we did have great guys around us. And it was, I just admire what they're doing now because they have a great organization structure. I mean, the guy now that's running the Buck that the Glazers has hired to run the Buck is Brian Ford. He is a phenomenal guy, man. You'll see him on the sideline every Sunday talking to the fans, and he's sweating and perspiring. The fans are shaking hands, taking pictures. just a great guy, man.
Yeah, we're making it work here on the evolution of Sports Talk Television, as I think that Mike is fine. It's just that you got to get a little bit closer to that, Jimmy.
Okay,
yes,
fine.
there you go. There you go. There's the great Jimmy Giles, tight end of your Tampa Bay Buccaneers there, creamsicle, bringing it back there against the Atlanta Falcons. You talk about Brian Ford, how great he is. I've interviewed him twice here on this show. To talk about what it is to be a part of the 50th season for this Tampa Bay Buccaneers. They had you out there for the celebration, seeing your old teammates. What's that like?
Well, I tell you, the Glazers have spared no expense in putting on this production with that people are going to be able to see in a couple of months.
Yeah.
I'm not quite sure of the name of the company, but they're going to have a 10-part series.
Amazon Prime.
Amazon Prime.
It is coming out this Thursday. I can't
Absolutely.
wait. Can you give
Absolutely.
us, can you go behind the curtain here a little bit, Jimmy Giles, and tell us how much we're going to see of you a part of this? Because a lot of Buccaneer fans don't know you, and that's the reason why we have the evolution of Sports Talk Television, to get to know players like
Absolutely.
yourself, a great Buccaneers in their history.
Well, they certainly will get an opportunity to know who I am. And, they just recently had the 50 most popular Buccaneers, and I was voted as one of those players, which I'm extremely honored.
You should be.
So you'll get the chance to see most of the 50 players on there.
Yeah.
You get to see the organization structure. I mean, they've done a great job in putting this piece together, and I can, congratulate them for putting it together and congratulate the Buccaneers on 50 years.
Talk about John McKay. He was a coach of that. At the time, they used to say, my mother used to tell me this, throw McKay in the Bay, but he was impressive as a coach, got you guys nearly got you over the top there with the Super Bowl NFC Championship. Talk about how inspirational, what John McKay meant to you and your playing career.
One thing about John McKay, he was a no-nonsense guy.
Love it.
He believed in just letting players play. He believed it was man on man, and that's what he did in the 4 years that he was there, and that's why we were in the NFC Championship game. And he was the guy that drafted Doug Williams. He was the guy that traded for me because he knew that we could bring a certain moxie to this team to get them over the hump.
You almost said swagger, and that's okay. You could say that. I thought you were going to say swagger there, Jimmy.
Well, they didn't have that word back in my day.
They did not.
So
but you can use it.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
absolutely.
But you're absolutely correct.
But we had a great time getting there. John McKay let us play, let us have fun. And I can tell you that when we came in the 79 season, Richard Wood came in with a big boom box. And he said he had this song from the Staple single, Ain't No Stopping Us Now.
Ain't Stopping Us Now.
And we made that song our motto. And we fashioned our play after that song because no matter what obstacles we saw in front of us, we were able to prevail. And it was Ain't No Stopping Us Now.
Ain't no stopping us now. And there was a rumor out there that was put out there from the media icon, Mr. TJ Reeves of the Buccaneer Radio Network, that said you guys also had the song We Are Family before the Pittsburgh Pirates. Is that true? Can that be confirmed? We Are Family? That was one of your songs?
That was one of our songs. And
Sister Sledge.
We brought it to fruition. We made it work for us as a team. We all were able to just get together, play together. We prayed together, and we did things as a team. And that's basically what you have to do to win.
Yeah.
You have to be a team.
Yes. You
just
absolutely
like being a family.
Absolutely love it. I was talking to your daughter. She said that you were one of the prototypical tight ends at the time, during that time, and still to this day. I asked her about Gronkowski. What did you think about Rob Gronkowski coming to the Bucs there a couple years ago and him playing? Kind of similar playing styles to you, right? I mean, some of the tight ends in the league, especially Gronkowski.
Well, the only difference is they threw the ball a lot more then.
Right.
Now they're throwing the ball a lot more. But Gronk and I certainly have the same kind of features. But I think I was a little bit faster than him, but he could actually absolutely catch the football.
How fast did you run back then, you would say?
We don't want to say because people are not going to believe it.
I believe it. I believe the great Jimmy Giles here, a part of your Tampa Bay Buccaneers. I'm your host, Peter Blake, here on the Sports Web Live from the Florida State Expo at the Florida State Fairgrounds. Who are the tight ends that you like to watch right now, Jimmy, the National Football League?
Well, you know, the number one guy now is Kelsey. I mean, he does everything out there, and with the quarterback that he has in the Mahomes, I mean, they
tremendous,
just a combination that just can't be stopped.
Yeah.
But there are a lot of good tight end quarterback combinations out here now.
Yeah.
And since we become a passing league, they put in certain plays to get people off balance so they can throw to the tight end. And the tight end really controls the game. And you got a guy that can get down the middle of the field, or you got a guy that can get out in the flat and keep a good drive going, you're going to have an opportunity to win a lot of football games.
When you were in this offense in the 70s and in the 80s, there you were a pass catcher. You had to do some blocking too. That's
Absolutely.
a lot of people don't talk about that. How important is it to be a blocker as a tight end in any offense in the National Football League?
Well, one of the things that I pride myself in was blocking, because I had a guy like named Ricky Bell.
Mhm.
I had James Wilder, and I had Jerry Eggwood. And those guys became 1,000-yard rushers because of some of the things our offensive line and myself done on that football field blocking for them.
Right.
And that's the only way you can really control a football game in the waning minutes of it, so you can win a football game, is to be able to run the football. Now, you can pass it all day. You saw what happened between Dallas and Detroit yesterday. They scored 70-some points. And then, of course, Detroit prevailed. But Dallas could not run the football to control the football or to control the game. If they could do that on a constant basis, then they'll win more games. But Detroit, they have a phenomenal running game. They were able to control the game by the run, and then they put the ball up in there, and that's how they won the game.
Final question. We'll get you out of here. We appreciate the time here on the Evolution. Jimmy Giles, could Jimmy Giles in his prime play in today's NFL and be as successful or more successful because the offense and the predication of how it is on offense? Do you think you could play in this day and age of the NFL, Jimmy Giles?
Oh, there's no doubt. I know I could have played with the style of play that I had, and I would have loved to catch 60, 70, 80 passes during the course of a football game. But even with that, this tight end still today have to block.
Yes.
They got to block. But what I fasten myself on is blocking and catching the football in the clutch situation to keep drive going, and that's what I did.
Love it. Buccaneer great Jimmy Giles here on the Sports Web. Appreciate the time. Thanks a lot for doing this appearance. As always, it was great to talk to you in the radio days. It's great to talk to you here.
My pleasure.
Yes, absolutely. My pleasure. Mr. Jimmy Giles, let me get this. You gotta love that, right? You love that. All right, Jimmy, thanks a lot for the time there. We appreciate it here live from the Florida State Expo. We'll come back here with absolutely, sir. Thank you very much. Jimmy Giles. I mean, come on, guys. I got how many guests today on the Evolution of Sports Talk Television? Thank you very much. It's been a pleasure. Check it out on the Sports Web, live on YouTube. Friend me on Facebook at Peter H. Blake. It's done, my friend. We're done. I'm going to read this comment, and then we are going to go ahead and best thing ever with Doug Williams, Jimmy Giles, Leroy Selman. What happened at that game against the LA Rams? Ricky Bell. The game made me go into the hospital with my daughter, getting ready to have her. I was going crazy on that day as my sister was born. That's what my mother is saying.
Oh, Peter,
Jimmy Giles is one of the best.
It was a show for the ages.
It was a show for the ages. Abraham V. Cherry. As always, we will wrap it up right there. Make sure to join us. Join us live tomorrow, 10 o'clock, from What the Buck tailgate as we get you ready for Bucks versus the Saints, your Tampa Bay Buccaneers at 7-5. Can they pick up their 8th win? And then, of course, at the end of the game there, 30 to 35 minutes in collaboration with the J.P. Peterson Show, live from Raymond James Stadium for the great Abraham V. Cherry. I'm your host, Peter Blake. 3 things: bring your passion, bring your excitement, just don't bring any nonsense. I'm your host, Peter Blake, your Rolex reporter. What time is it? It's my time. And for fans of the Sports Web and the Tampa Bay sports fan, it's your time, especially you Go Bucks fans. We'll see you next time on the Evolution of Sports Talk Television. And as we always say on this show to end it off, Go Bucks.